See, the thing is, I want all the smoke. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
All right, so I know I'm not shit, and I'm just gonna
What?
go back to the conversation from last night because I was listening to.
Oh, man.
Y'all know I was listening to the JBP, and they did like a whole breakdown on the top 75 NBA players.
Oh.
And what's crazy is I'm listening and they naming all these old niggas from like the 50s. Damn sure don't know about that.
Not from
but
the 50s.
when we heard there was a list, me and my homegirls got into our little group chat and we started naming the top 75 niggas. Like, girl, this one spends a little extra money so you get closer seats. You ain't get the friends and family
Wow.
tickets. This nigga fly bitches out here. So that's the conversation that me and my friends were having when we were like, what is your top 75 list?
The fact that did y'all actually have 75?
I mean, between all of us, yeah. I mean, you got to think about it. I got generation of hoes. I'm 30. So you got the niggas that like was drafted in like the late 90s that still be tricking.
Right.
Then you got the niggas that got drafted in the early 2000s. There's like 3 generations of ball players that we could all kind of, divide between ourselves. So,
And how big is this group chat?
I mean, no, because then that's going to say how many each of us kind of got. I ain't going to say.
I mean, it's
But
not.
no,
It doesn't mean that it's
there's like-
evenly distributed. I'm just curious.
There's like 7 of us. There's like 7 of us.
Okay, that's okay.
So look, even Savon is
That's
like,
what I'm saying,
that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Because one person in the group could fuck 25, and the other one might have fucked 5. Like, we don't know.
Oh, damn, I thought you was telling on me. I did look through this list and I was like, ooh. Like, I don't even know how my pussy is rated because I got some of these names under my belt. And I was like, oh, all right.
Was this the list? And this is, here I go, not really paying attention to sports. Is this the list that Klay Thompson was upset about, that he wasn't included?
I guess he was number 77. Oh, he wasn't on it at all? I just saw that they made fun of him in the locker room and gave him a jersey with the number 77.
Yeah, he had big.
So
that was
big.
Funny. He was giving big sore loser energy.
And then
I guess winning doesn't count for anything.
And then they were making fun of as well. Dwight Howard and I guess AD got into some sort of altercation, and they were saying it. Well, and I don't know why it was over, but they were saying that he was making fun of Dwight for not making this list either. Which, by the way, I will say the disrespect of our Orlando legends. Y'all know I'm a motherfucking Magic fan. Was Tracy McGrady on this list? That's what I'm saying. The only Magic player on this list that I remember seeing was Shaq.
Yeah.
And Shaq left us like 1 or 2 years after being on the Magic. So I'm just upset at the disrespect over the Orlando Magic, especially because if you do think about it, yes, he won a ring later down the line, but Dwight Howard was a part of the team that at least got the Magic to the finals in 2009 against the Lakers. Okay. Now, this is not a sports podcast. However, it is no longer hot girl summer, but it is the NBA season, which means it is hot girl summer. This is a hot girl season, actually. Mm-hmm. Not a telemarketer. I don't know how I can't get these motherfuckers to stop calling me.
You know what's funny? I actually thought you might have saved somebody's name as telemarketer so they didn't have to answer that shit. Because that's some Mandy shit. Like,
do you do that?
I used to.
Do you do that, girl?
I used to. Now I just block people. Now it's like
the block feature is the best
the greatest
feature.
It's the greatest
on the goddamn iPhone. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Yeah, I was embarrassed one time when it was connected to my car and it started ringing and it popped up, fuck him. And I realized, no, I don't want to be the girl that has somebody in her phone saved as fuck him and then be angry all over again. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. Just block these people.
Yeah, well, y'all know I'm single, so I'm not blocking any of my blessings, actually. And I posted a meme that said, hey, if y'all spot me out with 2 different niggas, just DM me and tell me which one I look better with. That's all I need from y'all. I don't need y'all to make it seem like anything. I'm back outside, and we'll talk about that later on. But you know what?
Did you see the girl that was on Twitter and she had the flowers and she was complaining that it didn't come with a vase?
You know what? First off,
the streets are nasty. I really, my heart goes out to y'all that have to date and deal with that kind of fuckery from men and women. Like,
here's the thing, and you know what? You know what? I didn't know we was gonna start like this, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it real quick. So I don't know if y'all saw it, but she pretty much said that some man bought her flowers and kept it in all of the plastic and shit that it comes in.
Right.
And she complained that it wilted in her living room until she remembered she had a vase at her work. So she was going to take it to work to revive. Now, here's the thing.
So she didn't have a vase.
So she didn't even have a vase. So, girl, you complaining about a vase that you ain't even have at home. So, A, I don't think you get flowers often. And B, she looks like she's in a Toyota Camry. So I just really don't know why she's mad about.
Yeah, those are definitely cloth seats.
This is hard. This is tough because I really do, like, sis, the edges that she kept trying to put behind her ear also were non-existent. Like, do you see? She just kept putting fake hair behind her ear. I don't know. I just really, when I see girls go on to these rants about dating men and what they get from men, it's really sad because that's why I told you, girl. I think I told you last week. This is why I'm not going to be lesbian because women are just as difficult to date and please as men are.
Oh, yeah. Everybody. It's difficult for everybody that's single. That's why I said my heart goes out to y'all because I could not deal.
No,
not
I'm
that,
scared.
not. But
scared.
also, you didn't have a vase yourself, sis.
That's how you know she don't even get flowers often, nor does she buy them herself.
I was going to say she doesn't buy them herself for her house. Sis, you can find one that's $7 or $8.99 at Marshall's, baby girl.
Apparently she thought that the man should have also provided the vase for her. I don't know.
That's
ladies,
ridiculous. That's like asking a man for a car and you ain't got a parking spot or a garage. What the fuck is going on here?
That part.
I'm confused. And you know, this is not to shit on women because I think men also have outrageous standards. I've heard a lot of men whose bellies go over their belt loops talk about wanting a woman that's in shape and works out. So men and women both need to collectively come together and powwow with their tribes because it's getting crazy out here. It's all the wild ass expectations and standards that y'all don't meet yourselves.
That part. But girl, hey, I used to be fat as fuck dating trainers. I loved it.
But
trainers love fat bitches.
Trainers love you. I know. What I'm saying to you is though, I'm talking about the men that shit on, that fat shame women.
You're right, and they fat themselves.
And they can't be on the Stairmaster for more than 7 minutes. So
have you?
Have I what?
The Stairmaster got 2 minutes out of me, bitch. That shit is hard.
What I'm saying is that's not a prerequisite for a lot of women necessarily. Right. Some women want men to be in shape, but most of the time it's not giving like, well, you have to have washboard abs and no. Now it's, can you pay your rent? Do you have a headboard? Now we're concerned about less things.
Do your sheets match, your pillowcases?
Do you have a top sheet? Do you have a top sheet?
The top sheet is important.
Do you know what a duvet cover is for? Those are the things I want. Do you have more than one towel and washcloth set? Those are the things that I care about now, that matter to me. That was something I paid attention to when I started dating my man. I was like, I need to see how clean the bathroom is. He had all the cleaning supplies. Bitch.
I know that's
the Fabuloso, the Dettol. Mad Jamaican. If you Mad West Indian. If you know what Dettol is, you understand the vibes. But the Fabuloso, the Ajax, the Comet, the gloves, the whole nine. I was like, you know what?
And
here
I go,
man.
Here I go, ready to date hoe ass niggas. I be like, I know you got extra toothbrushes because I know bitches just spend that night. Yo, hand me an extra toothbrush, nigga. I know you got it. Them the type of motherfuckers I be dating because I ain't shit.
No.
But yeah, I'm glad we actually started out that way because when I was going through my outline, I was like, oh shit, we talking a lot of shit about niggas this week. Like, there's a lot of men that is out here manning and
meeking.
They meeking.
They meeking.
Speaking of, well, that's how we gonna go ahead and start this week's pod. Come on, baby, because we got an announcement, y'all.
Dreams and nightmares.
Hey, Are y'all ready? Thank y'all for tuning in, y'all. Another episode of See the Thing Is, baby.
Yes.
Shout out to those at your work desks right now, because I know y'all are back in the office.
I know y'all want to turn this up so bad.
Shout out to the truck drivers.
Yeah,
shout out to the podcasters. Shout out to those who have rocked with us since episode 19. Sorry. Hold on, you know we gotta let the beat drop, baby. I do know the words to this one.
Shh.
Oh. Ooh. I got him. I did it without a podcast. Let's go.
Yes, Mariah. They thought it was leaks.
I ain't got that yet. Here we go.
Hater rest in peace, though. Can't even fit in the parking spot.
Then what you talking about? And I don't talk a lot. Lasagna, let's go. G's moving silence. Hold up, wait a minute.
Y'all thought I was finished.
Because we not. I'm so mad I missed that performance of his.
Listen, Shout out to Meek Mill for putting on.
Are we shouting him out?
For his performance at Madison Square Garden this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't attended,
He
but shout out to
sold the
him.
garden out. First of all, to sell the garden out, not during a pandemic, is hard as shit.
That part.
And not only did he sell out the garden, but he also brought out, I was not present, but a bunch of my friends went and they posted all the footage. So I was watching. I mean, it was a very well produced show. It looked like.
Yeah, I like the sets.
He brought out a lot of artists, which I think would have been a really phenomenal show to see. Lil Durk, Lil Baby. He brought out Bobby Shmurda, Rowdy Rebel, which was some real New York shit. I'm really mad I missed that. I would have loved to see Computers perform live. If you're not familiar with Rowdy Rebel Computers, then you're not really from New York. You should look that record
I just
up
know that nigga
immediately.
just got out of jail, but whatever.
Either way, it's some New York shit. And it's incredible. It's really incredible to see artists selling out arenas. It really does. I was thrilled for J. Cole when he did it as well. I really there's a lot that artists work towards to get to that level. So congrats to him.
Speaking of artists, the content creators out there, the podcasters out there, I know that we also work very, very hard to do what we do, either on a weekly, bi-weekly, if y'all bulk record, just literally constantly putting out content and getting better at what you're doing and working on how you speak, working on your thoughts, working on having your own opinions. And I guess you ready for the announcement here? Guys, we have an announcement. And go ahead. Let's go. I want you to talk because you're better at words than I am.
All right. Are you going to play the song for us? So we decided that it was time to graduate, you know, and grow and transcend above and beyond everyone's expectations, even our own. This is our last and final episode of See the Thing Is on the Joe Budden Network.
Yes.
Season 1 has come to a close.
It has. Hold on. Can I give us a round of applause?
Yes, you can.
Because we goddamn, it's been a fucking year.
It has.
It's been a year.
It's been amazing, actually. Ups and downs. You know, a little turbulence, little air sickness going on, to mid-flight. But we have really we've stayed committed. We've stayed the course. We've stayed true, and we're moving on. We're moving on and gonna take our talents to
not South Beach.
South Beach. No, nowhere near South Beach. They robbing people out of South Beach.
But what's dope is we are taking the show that we 100% own on over to being independent. So hey,
we deserve a round of applause for that.
Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Y'all know. Maybe I'll get a soundboard eventually. Jesus Christ! Instead of having to play fucking MP3 files out of a zip.
we'll write that down as a part of the budget.
You know what I mean?
Okay?
No, bitch, it's our budget now. We got to pay for all this shit.
That's why I said we'll write it down because we got to look at the price. I got to look at it.
We gotta look at what
we got to check the price tags first.
No, but we do want to thank everyone. I know we talked to everyone here, but I want to shout out to Carl, Josh, they've been keeping us looking beautiful on YouTube. They're our eyes.
They are constantly on nipple watch, lipstick on teeth watch.
You know, and that's about it because they don't be looking at slouch and double neck watch for my ass.
Neither does the YouTube team for those clips either, but it's all right.
I want to shout out, y'all know Parks has made us sound lovely.
I don't know how we're going to do this without Parks. No, I do, but it's going to be hard. It's not going to be the same. I'm spoiled now.
And then, of course, we've had Screen Man, Alex on the screen, and then Savon behind everything. Of course. Definitely want to shout out to Joe, Ian, Corey, everybody at the JBN.
We love Keeb.
But yeah, this isn't a bye to everyone. We are just going to be leaving the network and seeing where our talents take us. So we just want to say thank you again, Joe, for giving us this platform over the last year to really grow. And what we've been able to do has really been amazing in this space. I'm not going to lie. Y'all know I've been in this kind of podcast world for about 5 years now, and just seeing where the landscape is now for anyone looking to get into it. I mean, especially if you're a Black podcaster, and I think this is a conversation we've had, it's so eerily similar to corporate. You have to show up 10 times better than the white counterparts in podcasting. Absolutely. So the video we know has to be crisp, and we have to have the clips, and our sound has to be phenomenal, and just the way we put put out our content has to be almost like a television show.
That's right.
Which is what we have here. We have, I mean, shit, when we started, it was like a 10-person team every week coming in here making sure that this show came out at the highest performing thing. And I mean, now we just gonna work these niggas to death like because we can't afford 10 people. But it's definitely still the output, but to make sure the quality stays up to par, you know?
Listen, and I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunity to learn, right? I think when I entered into entertainment and as a musician, as an artist, there was not a lot of opportunities for mentorship and being a mentee and really being able to follow in somebody's footsteps and watch a blueprint about how things get built, right? Most of us starting out, we're building the plane as we fly it, right? Which I think a lot of creatives do. But this last year has really been an incredible learning experience, and has really given me a lot of wisdom and insight into, you know, my vision above and beyond. And I think the beautiful thing about this platform and the opportunity to transcend and grow and fly out on our own is really, you know, understanding the importance of trusting each other's vision and trusting our intuition. And I thank you, Mandii.
Thank you
for setting the standard and setting the bar so high on what it is that we need, and what it is that we do, and the importance of what we do and how we communicate and how we show up. And I'm grateful. So yeah, we love y'all, man.
We love y'all.
So great.
So wait, can I gunshot us out of here?
Yeah.
Bill. Damn, that was just one. Hold on.
I thought it was the.
Let's do the.
I thought it was emptying the clip.
Here we go. We're gonna empty the clip. Brah, brah, brah on you niggas. But I'm excited. I guess we'll do a quick catch up. Y'all know this past week I was in Orlando, which by the way, I told my homegirl, I said, "Oh bitch, I'll see you in 2022." I died. I was drunk as hell. I don't know how I made my flight. Went to Halloween Horror Nights, which by the way is very interesting now. And I'm not sure if it's COVID or motherfuckers like you who just want to punch the people who are supposed to scare us.
Wait a minute. You can't tell people that with no context, okay?
If you go to a haunted house, the idea is that people are going to jump out and scare you.
It is. But, you know, this woman jumped out of the bushes. This happened a number of years ago. I was at Fright Fest, and this woman jumped out of the bushes.
Which was her job. And which you paid to go and experience.
I know, but it was the adrenaline and the fear and all of that. She jumped, she got in my face, she was too close, and I clocked her in the nose. And it was a knee-jerk reaction. She caught a right hook to the nose, and she had a bloody nose, and she was very upset, and I ended up getting thrown out of the park. But
as you should have.
I understood. I wasn't upset. I wasn't really upset about getting thrown out of the park. I understood it was a lot, but it really was a knee-jerk reaction. Well, it was a survival instinct. I was not. Yeah, I just didn't realize.
They definitely weren't when y'all know I'm from Orlando. And I can't 407 chop a city it while I'm talking about a theme park.
You can't. You really can. You shouldn't.
I can't blah that.
No, it's not what they're selling.
No, but I don't know. This year they definitely weren't touching you. So they didn't really.
Did they have the guy with the chainsaw?
They did, but maybe only 3, which normally I'm used to them taking over the park.
Yeah.
And the chainsaws are the scariest people, I thought. And then the haunted houses, they had the tarps, kind of like the clear shower curtain things. Oh. So even as you're walking through the haunted house, it's almost like you know when someone is behind something because there's a tarp. And so they literally were just going up to the tarp, but they weren't. It was just well,
that sounds like it would have been great for me because people were too socially distant to get punched in the face. That would have been a great time for me.
Well, the people were socially distanced that were scaring you. However, because it's Universal Studios, you're literally right behind the person in front of you, and there's a group behind you. Yeah. So also, you just gotta hope that you're the people they scare. Otherwise, you're gonna see the people ahead of you get scared, and then they go back behind the corner. So it was I ended up going to the first season opener game.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the Magic and Knicks.
Nice.
And somehow I felt like I was in New York. They were shouting for the goddamn Knicks louder than the Magic.
Wow.
And I was like, this is embarrassing. My fucking hometown is fucking embarrassing. But they did lose. It was like a 20 or 30 point game by the second half. And I was like, oh, this is boring. So I got shit-faced drunk, ended up just partying downtown, met a girl who wants to come to New York now. Somebody want to be my whole girlfriend. When I tell you I be pulling these bitches, I don't even know how. I mean, I do know how because I'm kind of, but she was walking with another girl, so I was trying to holler at both of them because it was like a stud and then it was like a femme.
Right.
So I looked at them and I was like calling them over to come holler at me. You know what I mean?
You did this with your hand?
Yeah, I was like, I fuck it a little bit first. You got to catch eyes.
Yes.
Like
with women, that's it.
And now we're telling on the good.
It's so simple.
Like
women are very simple. If you catch eye, you lock eyes,
and then smirk. You got to kind of like smile, give a little smile.
It's giving us smiles.
So I smiled at both of them. I smiled at both of them.
Both of them was open.
You thought I was gonna get both of them, but then I just got the femme, and we were like ended up making out all night, and my friends were like, "Okay, time to go." But it was a good time. It was a good time. I haven't like party bar club hopped in quite some time.
Oh.
So it was a good time. It was a good time.
Well, you made your flight. I am always impressed by how you function.
I'm a functioning alcoholic.
After functioning at the level, at the height of which you do, because I am ready to tap out. I be tired, girl.
Do you?
Yeah, when we drink and we do picklebacks and all of that, and then we drink wine or we drink in tequila, whatever. I'm hurt. I'm just tired the next day. Not even hurting. I realize my hangovers now, the older I get, it's not like, oh my God, I'm going to be sick hangover. It's like, I'm tired. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to move.
Yeah, no. So the trick is you literally just drink water between everything.
So how do you enjoy being drunk if you're drinking water? Are you never
I
drunk?
I get drunk, but that's why I don't feel the hangover.
Oh.
And then I know they say
So you drink until you're too drunk to take yourself down by drinking water, but you drink enough water to hydrate.
So that I'm not, look, everybody's just calling me today, bitch.
Yes.
It's Monday. No, you know what? I do that to save myself from the hangover.
Okay.
But the other trick that I found out, you know how they be telling you don't mix?
Yeah.
It's really don't mix colors. So you could have tequila, rum, and vodka. It's all white. So you're good. You just can't mix like
Hennessy and champagne.
First off, that is death. Champagne with anything is death. But literally, yeah. And you know what?
Champagne, if you do champagne with some wine, it's not bad. We gonna do it today.
We popping bottles, baby.
Popping bottles today, honey.
Where do you want to start today?
I mean, we can start because we've officially entered Scorpio season. I know you don't believe in the moons and the stars, but one of the world's favorite Scorpios celebrated his birthday.
He did. Hold on, because I was going to start with him,
I actually was surprised. I thought we was going to start with a little...
And you know what? Just because, let's go ahead.
Yeah, we might as well.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, to October's very own.
Yeah. Biracial Brigade. Let's give it up.
He's biracial.
Damn, that's a song we should have played for him.
Biracial Drake.
No, shout out to Drake, especially just for also his long-standing career. It's crazy because I listen to stuff like this and it takes me all the way back to 2009 in 2010 ish. 2009 was his successful with Trey Songz. That was when I was in Atlanta. And then I can think of Drake being...
Saying all the way back to 2009 feels so nuts to me because I was 25. 20, not even, I was 20...
It doesn't sound nuts to me.
24?
Because I graduated high school in 2009.
13 years ago?
So shout out to the class of 2009. But no, like...
Trophies was 2014. That wasn't that long ago.
Okay, no, that wasn't that long ago. I was actually up here. And we were talking about, that was actually the end of the era of New York clubs. We talked about. We was talking about that last night too. Like I moved up here in 2012 and it was amazing. But then literally right after that, 2012 to 2014 was strip club era. And then once all the bartenders just got famous on Instagram, all of it just kind of went to shit.
And then all the scammers started fucking up doing credit card fraud at the club. So
and then each club only lasted 6 months because of chargebacks. Like there we go. We can literally talk about the livelihood of New York clubs. No, I wanted to shout out Drake, but we can get into kind of he wrote a caption. So y'all know he was celebrating birthdays kind of with everybody. I also love that him and Chris Brown are now friends or whatever. That's cool. But he wrote a caption pictured with a wraith. And he said, back in 2007, we used to finesse this Rolls Royce Phantom rental to convince people in the city that we were destined to make it. I used to scrape together $5K a month somehow to keep up appearances.
Wow.
We whipped this to Ottawa to see Belly and Cash and to Montreal for my first show ever. I used to pick up Ovio Nico and roll every day or wait outside Nepzilla class for her. Park outside 15 Fort York. I'm going to go on. But pretty much we would eventually be upstairs cooking what would eventually become So Far Gone. Even though I don't recommend putting yourself in financial trouble for material things, I realize now that this was just my way of extreme manifesting. I need to see it and feel it and have it to believe that I could see and feel and have anything I wanted. And today in 2021, my brother tracked down the exact car that I used to stress over and gifted it to me. And it's mine now. Manifestation complete.
Yes.
It's weird because we started this morning with you manifesting kind of what this show looks like moving forward now that we left. And one of the things that my ex used to always say to me as well is how I had to be so conscious of my words because during our relationship, he said everything that I said came to fruition.
Yeah.
And while I don't believe in zodiac signs and stars and all that shit, do you believe that there is a right way to manifest things? Is there a mantra that you do? Do you believe that manifesting is a real thing?
I do.
You
100%.
do?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I also think sometimes even manifesting things is also a way to, or I guess is a way to remind yourself that your dream is real, right? Because sometimes we dream about things, especially if you grow up poor and you don't necessarily have the wherewithal in the beginning to dream big, right? We're not encouraged to dream big because our parents or family members don't necessarily want us to be disappointed. They want to save us and shield us from being let down by the world, right? And I think manifesting is really an individual's way of just reinforcing the possibility, right? Not even so much the dream itself, just the possibility. I remember even before I got signed, I used to say like, I'm gonna be signed to either Rockefeller or Bad Boy. It's gonna be one or the other. I'm a New York girl. Those are the two home teams. Like that's what it is. And I remember leaving. I remember I cut school to go see Kanye on TRL in Times Square. And when he did College Dropout, and he had the bear with him, and he was in Times Square. And I remember thinking to myself, this is how I'm gonna be with them. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And I remember thinking, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Just kept saying it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I think, even something like faking it till you make it to some degree is okay. But I think—
You think that's okay?
I do, because I think in Drake's case especially, right, in the time period that he did it, he wasn't doing it to impress the internet. He was doing it to show himself how it felt to be there, to have it.
I also love
it was about him.
He was scraping together $5,000 a month.
You know how hard?
First of all, $5,000 a month for a car, like that goes to be. But that's what I'm saying, nigga. You had noggin checks coming in still. Let's not get it twisted. Degrassi still had you set up far ahead of what we were, and you were ghostwriting for Wayne and a lot of the niggas in Cash Money. So the idea that faking it till you make it because you weren't the Drake that you are now, but this is definitely it is extreme manifesting. So the word extreme was perfect in here. It's weird because I used to actually, and my mom reminds me all the time that I used to watch the music videos and I used to watch MTV Cribs. And I used to really be into, that's going to be me. I'm going to hang with the celebrities. I'm going to party with the celebs. And when that was like my lifestyle, even in my 20s, she's like, you always said, And it's crazy too though now. I don't know. Did you see Naturi? Naturi came out, and this isn't on the list, Scream Man, but could you find it? She actually came out unprovoked and said that the house on 3LW, the 3LW episode of MTV Cribs, it was a rented house and it wasn't theirs at all. They literally rented and staged it with their things just for MTV Cribs at the time.
I mean, a lot of TV productions do that.
Redman ain't do that shit.
I'm not gonna out anybody. I'm not gonna out anybody, but there's a lot of those shows that will rent a house or two to make it look like people live in a house when they really live in an apartment. It's okay.
Here we go. She said it was someone else's home. Because I guess she went to even say that she didn't have a car, she didn't have a house, she didn't have any of those things, and she said, "But we did for MTV Cribs."
Listen, for Hollywood, for a lot of celebrities, people were down bad. A lot of people you think have money on, like, especially now. It's a lot easier to front like you have money now, but it's a lot of people don't have it like that.
What I like is that it's becoming more of a norm. I think that there's this false idea of, even with celebrity, you just think that motherfuckers have money. Also, clearly,
because people are celebrities that aren't talent per se.
Yeah, but
they're
even
social media celebrities, and they have money.
Taraji was on The Real, and she just even broke down how her salary for working on a show, even if, say, she gets $150,000 for, say, 6 months of filming, it may seem like a lot, but she broke down agent fee, management fee, all of these fees plus taxes.
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm really going home with $50,000 for 6 months and can't pick up another gig until filming is over.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting, and I love that people are coming out being like, listen, we were faking it. We were faking it. But I love to see that so many of these girls have gone so much further and really done it. Because Naturi now has the goddamn key to the city.
Right.
So, that's amazing.
And the trick to manifesting too, I think, is intention. I think most people that we see on social media, the purpose of them faking it is for social media. It's not like they're faking it so that people, because that's the thing, right? I remember I used to get so mad when I first got signed to Roc Nation because everybody thought that I was like rolling in dough and I was a millionaire and I had the wild budget.
Did people start asking you for money?
Oh my God. People were asking me for money, but also they thought my budget was crazy. They were like, oh yeah, well, we're just gonna charge, like, we could charge whatever for a track. And it's like, bro, that's not in my bank account. Like a label budget is a label budget. That ain't my money.
Right.
Like, that's not how that works. And I think, that's always been the misconception. And I think now, especially because we have watched so many people on social media, influencers. I have friends personally that make easily between $200,000 and $300,000 a year doing social media, social media campaigns.
Fuck social media. Do you know back in, what was it, 2000? I would say 2013, 14 is when I worked at Starlet's. Mm-hmm. Cardi was a dancer when I was a bottle server. And I followed her on Instagram because she used to just talk all the fucking, she was just funny as fuck on Instagram. And that's one of those people I like kick myself in like, damn, I don't know why I didn't just say, let me manage you. I wouldn't have known what the fuck to do. But like seeing where Cardi is and knowing that like from the same place, like that's really, really fucking crazy.
I think the intention is to, you know what I mean? It's like sometimes you want to front so that people take you seriously, right? Not so much because you want to impress people, but like someone like a Drake, I think because he was ghostwriting, because he was getting his foot in the door, he didn't want people to think he was some nobody that could be taken advantage of. And I think that's very different than us seeing people whose, entire Fendi fits match the wrapping on their car. Like it's not the same.
Not the wrapping on their car.
Listen.
Girl, were you in Florida this week? Because
no.
that's what that's giving.
No, but I definitely saw somebody post, like somebody in a lime green suit posted up next to a lime green Lambo, and it made me sick. I was like, this is ridiculous. What is wrong with y'all?
I mean, it was probably a rental.
It was giving Ratchet Power Rangers right here.
It was giving exotic cars. Oh wait, who you talking about? Let me see who this is. Oh, LaMelo. Okay, no, that's probably his car.
Yeah, he got
that BBB money.
Yeah, he's giving fluorescent Morpheus. I'm good.
Not fluorescent Morpheus.
No, I'm good. No, this is Ratchet.
I mean, he to me, he the cute one of the brothers, though. I ain't even gonna hold you.
You know what? Can we shout out Lavar Ball? Because a lot of y'all were shitting on that man for how he was parenting.
Yeah.
And telling him he was doing too much and he was going too hard.
Can we give him a round of applause?
We need to give Lavar Ball
okay.
a round of applause.
This is not a sports podcast.
Because that man has all of his 3 sons in the NBA.
Yeah.
Okay? And they work their asses off. They're doing well. Congrats to you, Lavar Ball, for being the type of dad that's a coach and enough of a mentor and an influence on these young men to be pursuing their dreams and reaching their goals at this capacity. Go off.
No, I
go
definitely
the fuck
agree.
off.
Yeah, go on. I ain't mad.
We love people that prove people wrong. Love that.
Well, you know who doesn't prove people wrong? Who? That I'm actually sick of? I'm fucking sick of him. Who's the guy? It ain't even Tom. Tom run MySpace. Who the nigga that run Twitter? Can we get Boosie off Twitter? I know we got him off of Instagram. Can we get him off Twitter? Can we stop with little
Jack, I think isn't it?
Is it Jack?
It is Jack.
Hey, yeah. Jack. We need the same way you got rid of Trump.
Yeah.
Can we go ahead and just get rid of Boosie? Because I don't want to hear him anymore. I don't want to see him anymore. For those of y'all who don't know, Lil Nas X decided to just troll. Because what else is he but a troll? A gay troll. But he's a troll nonetheless. And he decided to get on Instagram Live. And he was like, yeah, y'all, so I got a new song coming out featuring Boosie. Just trolling. Just being funny.
But you know what?
What? Is that a problem? I like it. I like the troll.
I don't, because not everybody can be played with. Not everybody wants to be played with.
Boosie had his kids played with, so fuck that shit. He sat here and hired adults to play with his kids. Boosie the one to play with. Because guess what? Ain't he still on probation or something?
Not what we're talking about. Totally different issue. What I'm saying is he's not a person to me that needs to be he's not going to do anything with fun in mind. He doesn't even have the brain power to respond in like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's already let us know that he doesn't think any of this is funny, that he doesn't have the bandwidth or the mental capacity or the emotional capacity to respond to something like this and be like, you know what, bro? I might give you a hot 16 if and only if you keep all your clothes on. Like, he could have made a joke. But he doesn't have it. He doesn't have the capacity. But here's my thing. So trolling him it does nothing.
But Boosie has spoke on Lil Nas X's name far more than Lil Nas X has even acknowledged. Lil Nas X hasn't even responded to all of the salacious things that Boosie has said.
And I'm not saying he needs to respond. What I'm saying is I don't think it's funny. I think it's dumb.
I thought it was hilarious.
Well, because it's only funny if he can joke about it, right? Like Lil Nas X has trolled other people like Diplo, like Bieber, you know what I'm saying? And people respond in jest. Lil Boosie is not capable of responding in jest. So now it's not funny.
Well,
so now he's serious
respond.
And crazy.
Boosie did respond, and Boosie
is nasty.
I don't even want to read really.
No,
I'm not gonna read what he said. I think a lot of y'all saw what Boosie had to say, but pretty much he threw a whole bunch of homophobic slurs out there, and also wished like suicide on pretty much said if you commit suicide, you would do the world a huge favor, and
said nobody wants you here.
My thing is,
I mean, to me, that's that in itself is a violation. Homophobic slurs and things like that are absolutely violation. But telling someone to kill themselves is really taking it a step too far.
And then he also went to say how he was this global superstar and the world fucks with him. And I'm sorry,
we can
outside of Wipe Me Down, how many other songs do you think are even nationally known by Boosie? And I'm from the South, so I know a few, but I want to ask you, because for him to also proclaim to be this global mega superstar that everyone fucks with, sir, you just got kicked off of your own tour. They said don't come back. Ross and all them were like, we good with your shenanigans. We good not even having you for the rest of the tour.
It's giving closeted energy, and
talk to it.
Because I can't wrap my head around how someone is so angry about someone else's life choices, that don't affect you. I just don't. That to me is very, the hate towards that, which by the way, I do want to address, because I think we've talked a lot, even as it pertains to the Dave Chappelle stuff with the transphobia and homophobia.
Yeah.
I think the problem is that the association of homophobia has become, initially, the word phobia. Can you look up the definition?
It's fear.
Man, it's fear.
It's fear, right?
I don't think a lot of people are afraid of anybody that's homosexual or bisexual or trans. I think really it comes down to they just don't agree with it. They don't understand it, and so they feel entitled to be nasty and mean about it. I want us to come up with a different word, because I don't think it's a fear. That
to me is just ignorant.
It's just ignorance.
To me, it's just ignorance, and I don't know why so many people are worried about what the fuck somebody else is doing behind closed doors. Whether
that's why I said it's giving DL.
It's giving I can't live in my truth. Which, however, I also don't want to sit here and put the title of Down Low or DL on men who just openly are against gay men, because that's not always the case. However, historically,
that's a good clarification.
However, historically, there have been a lot of people who just have self-hate because they can't be themselves. And unfortunately, the Black community, more than any other community, has been one who has vocalized against homosexuality.
Which is also why I don't think it's funny, because trans people and LGBTQ plus members get killed all the time.
Yeah.
For no reason at all, completely unprovoked. And Lil Nas X is trolling a person that is clearly emotionally unstable.
Yes.
And is not able to keep, you know what I mean? It's like inciting stuff like that, poking and provoking somebody that does not have the magnitude of respect for humanity to respond appropriately, to me doesn't do it any justice for anybody. It's not funny. This is the response. It's not funny.
Just know Boosie canceled, y'all. I'm canceling Boosie.
Yeah.
And I don't even believe in cancel culture, but I'm good on motherfucking Boosie. And Jack Dorsey, hey, sir. Hey, man. I love Twitter. I need you to do, God's work and delete that nigga's motherfucking Twitter account. But I will move forward to saying then, if we're going to talk about kind of people provoking communities and saying things, y'all know that Dave Chappelle... First off, I feel like we've been talking about this goddamn Dave Chappelle special for 3 weeks now, and it's getting tiresome.
Because people are still protesting.
But apparently the Netflix employees did a walkout, and one actually said that she invited Dave Chappelle to a dialogue with the members of the LGBTQ plus community at the Netflix offices, and a rep of Dave actually said that he would be open to a dialogue. And I kind of wanted to know your thoughts on this. We kind of talked on it.
It's great.
Go ahead and say why, because I don't.
I think it's great. Well, I'm going to tell you why I think it's great. Because the whole purpose of all of these moments, right, to get away from cancel culture is to create space for dialogue. And if people are not going to be open to being educated further, then how can we continue to expect anybody to show up with empathy and compassion and grace for anybody else from a group that they don't participate in or understand? So I don't think Dave Chappelle is showing up necessarily to apologize, but he wants to hear people out, which I think is a show of, number one, the respect and the level of compassion that he already said he had. So he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do, which is be a human being and be empathetic and compassionate towards a community that feels consistently offended. Okay, cool. So let's sit down and have a dialogue about this so we can put this to bed.
And here's why I completely disagree.
Okay.
Because that third special that he just had was him pretty much responding to, I see what all of y'all are saying, and I still, I'm going to say what I want to say. I had a trans friend. This special and my jokes are not even to you. Let me offend everybody. This is still about white people.
Right.
First thing. Second thing is a dialogue means what? To me, if I'm offended to somebody, and a lot of the members of the LGBTQ community, because I've experienced it myself, they don't want an apology. They don't, once they're offended, and there's no them seeing you any differently. I mean, I experienced this early on in the beginning of the year. I had a guest on one of my other podcasts, and I kept misidentifying with the pronoun.
Okay.
And they were a woman that changed their name to a man, but then later on identified as trans. I don't know what they wanted to identify as.
Right.
But presenting, I saw a woman. And so I just kept saying she, her, in reference to speaking to them. And I said sorry almost every time. I had just met this person.
Right.
I'm not in a place, and we kind of also spoke about this with Big Frida.
Yeah.
I'm not at a place where they is something that I know to call one person. They and them means multiple people to me.
Right.
That's how I learned pronouns. I'm 30. That's all I've known. And
you're having to unlearn a very fundamental language.
But to unlearn something in a dialogue is also, to me, unrealistic. And as I apologized, they pretty much were like,
dismissive.
Well, stop. They were dismissive to my apology.
Right. And
then later on went on a rant onto their own pod to say how offended they felt. So my thing is, when you offend somebody, you offend them. They have an idea of you as ignorant, as uneducated, as someone not willing to learn. But also, you cannot force an apology. And once an apology is said, because I did keep making the mistake, maybe they felt as though my apology wasn't sincere. Again, you can't.
But I'm not getting that this is being set up for him to apologize. I'm getting that this
a dialogue.
Is being set up.
He said these jokes.
So maybe it's just really an opportunity for him to just sit down and shut the fuck up and just listen. Which, again, a lot of people who have said things that are offensive are not willing to do.
Right.
So why would we not give somebody an opportunity to sit down and listen and not speak? That's the problem and especially with this day and age with social media and blogs and gossip sites and all this other shit. Everybody wants to talk and nobody wants to listen. So now all of these people protesting, all of these people they need an audience, they need a set of ears, they need a soundboard, they need to be heard. So Dave is offering up his ears. I think what else would you ask from a person to do anything different? If you can't change their mind, then you can at least change how they respect you. And to me, showing up to listen to somebody is respectful. Even if you don't agree, you can agree to disagree respectfully. To me, this is just a show of, you know what? Even they're not going to change my mind. They're not going to. May not be able to apologize. But at the same time, if they're interested in talking to him, then they're interested in sharing something else that they feel is important. And he's validating that importance by being willing to show up. And I think that's the beginning of something important.
Girl, when I tell you, you is the most kumbaya ass bitch I know. Because when I tell you, when shit goes south and I got to show up, whether it's in a relationship, a friendship, a business thing, me showing up don't mean it's respect. It's like, all right, let's get this the fuck over with.
That's not the same thing.
This is what you want. Maybe this is what will make you feel better. I'm going to be there just to sit here and say I did for optics, and now let's move the fuck on. Because I guarantee you, his next stand-up will have very similar jokes.
But okay, so given the circumstances, what optics has Dave ever given a fuck about? None. Dave doesn't give a fuck about optics.
But that's where.
So if he's showing up,
this is a community that's offended despite his response, despite the fact that he talked about losing someone very near to him that was in that community.
But if he's
they sitting here listening to what they want to listen to.
That's fine. So then that's their loss. But his bottom line at the end of the stand-up was, we are all human beings first. So if I can't ask for compassion and empathy around race conversations if I can't extend the same, and neither can you.
Right.
Speaking to the community. So if the community is reaching out to have a conversation, Dave Chappelle would be full of shit if he didn't accept the invitation. Because at that point, it's like, you just got up here and said you want empathy and you want compassion and you want understanding, but you're not willing to sit down and shut up and listen? That would defeat the whole purpose.
I mean, I get it. I also just feel like this is an oppressed group of people. And I feel like the same way Black people have still not forgiven whites for their oppression and their stances on things, we still have very racist things going on even in our country.
But do you understand how much closer we would get to having some resolution?
Oh, we ain't never gonna get that.
But I know what I'm saying.
We ain't never gonna get no resolution.
But what I'm saying is it would be a step closer if there was even at the smallest turn, an acknowledgement of the fact that slavery says more about white American history than Black American history.
But that's the point. And you see what they're trying to do? They're trying to remove critical race theory.
They don't, but that's my point too. They're not even trying to have the discussion. Dave is showing up to try to have a discussion. We can't have those discussions in America. White people in America don't want to have those discussions.
They don't.
Some Black people don't. Let Condoleezza Rice stupid ass tell it.
You know what? Can I play the clip of her?
Please.
You know what?
Please.
When I saw that shit, what is it? All skin folk ain't kin folk.
Correct.
And when I tell you, she reminded me of the Black man in that movie, Queen and Slim, that turned them in at the end, just was
was counting his money as they got shot down.
When I tell you, like, it's just one of the most, I don't know really. Oh, did I not save even that clip? Damn, I want to find the clip. Hold on. You could summarize kind of what she said. Let me see if I can find this. Hold on, y'all, because when I tell you, when I saw that clip, I was like, excuse me. How do you even spell that?
Condoleezza, Condoleeza.
I ain't gonna lie, that's an ugly ass name.
All right.
So it's probably the fact that her parents named her that ugly ass name. Condoleezza. Why couldn't it be spelled Lisa? Here we go. I found the clip. Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
The worries.
Oh.
You know what? Hold on. I know I got some type of drop for her. I ain't gonna play the big old testicle drop. But don't bring that here. I agree with you wholeheartedly, Bridget, with the fact that I don't feel like critical race theory has anything to do with Black history as much as it does white history. And unfortunately, even if we look at the statistics of the US of A, like that is American history.
It's taught, I think the tone, here's the thing, right?
See, the thing is,
I'm tired of having to pad conversations. I think the tone around critical race theory, right? And I want to read the definition of critical race theory because I feel like it's important to understand what it actually means, right? Before we even come anywhere close to explaining it. Let's find this definition. Critical race theory is a field of intellectual inquiry that demonstrates the legal codification of racism in America. So there's 5 principles of critical race theory, race is a social construct, right?
Okay.
They believe that race is not biologically real, but rather a social construct.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the product.
The color of your skin.
Yeah.
All right.
The centrality of racism is the second one, right? They're saying that it isn't just based on the actions of individuals or a few bad apples, but rather that racism is embedded, right, in all of the.
But that's a part of my problem.
Right.
When you're talking about children, those children are still raised in homes in which racism may thrive, which means those white children are still bringing to school the same things in which they're taught in the house regarding race, regarding a child who's darker than them, regarding a child with a different hair texture than them. Those are all things like the fact that we could still go work in corporate America, like we're millennials. We're way past the age of even slavery and segregation.
Right.
However, there's still conversations about, is that all of your hair? Can I touch your hair? That's our generation. As millennials, we're still facing that in corporate America.
But we're still battling the injustices and the disparities racially in the prison system. And so that's a whole other conversation. But my problem with Condoleezza's response is less the skinfolk and kinfolk argument, but more so the fact that she's having an emotional response to something that is very, very specific and data-based, right? So critical race theory is literally explaining the existence and foundation of racism as it pertains to the history of it from beginning to end, not having anything to do with the inhumanity around slavery or the humiliation and degradation of Black people's spirits during the civil rights movement. None of those things are being addressed here in critical race theory. It's really, really centered on the intellectualism of it, which I think is why Condoleezza's response is so childish and makes me roll my eyes, because none of these conversations have ever been about trying to make white people feel bad. It's really trying to broaden the horizon of the narrative so that we all can have a better understanding of how this happened. It's not to make anybody feel guilty. It's to make people aware and conscious. Yeah. So we can stop having these arguments around, well, I don't see color. Someone not seeing color is a problem.
It sure is. I can't stand when motherfuckers say that shit.
Which by the way,
oh my God.
By the way, in my opinion, somebody who says they don't see color is a trauma response. Because that means you are so in denial around anything race related. Yeah. Because it doesn't exist in your scope of life and existence, that you have already deemed it completely insignificant, that you can't discuss it. To me, that's trauma. You've experienced a level of trauma by not having any experience or educating yourself on the facts. So I'm Condoleezza says that was a stupid ass thing to say and very emotional. Nobody's out here trying to make white people feel bad. When you're trying to teach critical race theory, the purpose is to balance the scale, right? The purpose is to balance the scale, not knock white people off of it. Dummy.
Well, that is the problem, which is crazy that it's coming from a Black woman. White people do believe that they are about to become the inferior race. But you know what? And that's their fear of even this conversation.
I'm gonna find this doctor. Do you remember do y'all remember? I need to find this doctor.
Savon, do you know?
Do you remember it was an older white lady. She was a doctor. She had glasses, and she used to teach. She's a speaker.
Sue Johansson.
It's like Jane or Judith.
Oh.
Jane or Judith something. She's a professor, and I remember that she conducted a survey in a room full of white people and asked if there was if any of the white people believed that Black people had a disadvantage being Black in America, and everybody said no, they don't believe. Jane Elliott. Okay. Shout out to Jane Elliott. Jane Elliott is always welcome at the cookout. Jane Elliott conducted a survey in a room full of white people and asked if any of them believed that Black people were disadvantaged. And everyone said no, they don't believe there's a disadvantage. And then the question that she followed up with was, would any of you switch places with the Black person in your life? And no one raised their hands. So she goes, If you don't think that Black people are disadvantaged, why wouldn't you want to switch places with them?
And yeah, that's the study. That's all that it needed to be.
And in order for anybody to be, in order for anybody to be disadvantaged, they would have to acknowledge that someone has an advantage. And so I say all that to say, anybody that's having the argument around critical race theory and all of that stuff, I did want to go down the list of the other things, but it's a long list. But the importance of experience, knowledge, and an interdisciplinary perspective. So all of these things are incredibly sophisticated, all these points in critical race theory, which most kids, I think, will not even really firmly be able to grasp until they can apply it in real life. But I think teaching them some foundational things is important for all kids. It's not about schooling white kids and trying to make white kids feel bad.
That's
really
the part.
Yeah, it's really meant to educate everybody. I can't understand why anybody would not want to be educated. That's the part that's baffling to me.
Ask Boosie that. Ignorance.
Willingful ignorance.
That part. Well, let me see. Hold on.
What else we got? We got some other shit.
Happy. Hold on. Let's.
Don't you dare play Anne-Marie.
God damn, bitch.
No.
What else makes you happy?
What else makes me happy? Play some. Damn, I was playing like a pass the aux type of game this weekend, and it was great. A song that made me happy.
That's actually a whatchamacallit. It is a game,
right?
Pass the aux is like really fucking fun.
A song that made us happy, made me happy was Frankie Beverly and.
Or here's mine.
Before I let go.
Only because I know he just dropped a news thing. This makes me happy. Yeah. And I was on drugs this weekend.
We haven't even gotten to Freshly Squeezed yet, but we might as well.
But this was a great album. This makes me happy when I hear it. Shout out to Wale.
Shout out to
by
Wale.
the way. But yeah, let's get out of critical race theory. God damn, that was a little deep.
Yeah.
That was a little deep.
Wale is still deep.
All right. And y'all know, season 2, we gonna have a new happy song. Oh. Okay, that wasn't as happy as Anne-Marie, but I just love the start of that song.
I do too, it's great.
That was Girls on Drugs, Wale. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about Wale in the Freshly Squeezed segment.
Yes.
But we do have, I guess we haven't talked relationship shit, and y'all know every week.
Oh my God.
We do get into relationship shit. I think we did start the pod off. We had an announcement. Y'all, we is taking you on a motherfucking roller coaster this week.
Stay, strap in. Put your seatbelt on, okay? Emotionally.
My strap is in the closet.
I said strap in, not on. Not
sorry.
the same. Jesus Christ.
Sorry. It's closed. It's just one word off. Strap on, strap in. No.
Well, one is like a seatbelt for your protection, and the other is
a harness.
There you go.
I guess we'll get into talking about, and actually this is someone who isn't even really, what's the word?
What?
I don't know. They're not recent. They're not current. They're not someone with really any
relevant? Is
relevance.
That the word you're looking
Bitch, goddamn, thank you. God damn it.
That's such a mean thing to say.
He's not really relevant. Day 26 is how many years ago? And then he hasn't even been really on reality TV.
On a show? Wasn't he on
Marriage Boot Camp, which clearly didn't work. So Willie Taylor's wife accuses him of leaving her aimlessly with 4 kids. And I actually wanted to speak on this. So not only do I want to get into the relationship dynamic of this, but we talk a lot about mental health. And so I kind of want to play his explanation on why he left. And let me know your thoughts. The wife responded.
So we have on a Scully and no shirt? Okay.
So pretty much he also responded with, he said, I have always felt in control of my mind until I lost my father / best friend. And without mourning, I had to show up every day as my full self, the provider, the husband, and father. But mentally, I was just a shell that held only 30% of the version of myself, still trying to stand strong and deny the fact that mentally I'm a wreck. I began to become more emotional and angry. I was losing my own identity, and I no longer knew what I was capable of saying or doing. Everybody won't understand the moves that you have to make for you, and some won't even know how to handle you in this trying season of your life. But please don't lose yourself. I understand more now than I ever have before. Ever how mental health important. He messed up there. And I'm praying for anybody going through it, looking up to where all my blessings come from. Love 100. His wife, of course, also responded and said he's weird as fuck because to think what you're doing is okay. while having a guy capturing your break. Apparently, he brought a photographer out to Sedona with him that's capturing this. His wife took to social media to say pretty much that as a mother, she doesn't get to take a break. Everyone goes through things, and she also hates that she has to sit here and be strong. Because as women, we have to sit here and be strong for everybody, and we don't get to take these mental breaks or just leave the family hanging. And so that was her response to him. Mm-hmm. And I kind of wanted to talk to you about this because this is something that we've talked about in both of our relationships with our partners, in just needing space. Yeah. And sometimes needing it for our mental and not taking it personal when our partners need space or when we need space. And I think that that's one thing about a relationship that no one prepares themselves for. No one prepares for your partner to say, I need to do this by myself and I don't need you. When we show up as a partner to somebody, we think that we are their shoulder to cry on, that we are their saving grace, that we should be their escape, that we should be their peace. And to find out that maybe we may not be in whatever they're going through mentally, sometimes we do take it personally when our partners need a break. And I kind of just wanted to know your thoughts on how, of course, they're handling this. Of course, we say oversharing is disgusting. So doing it all on social media isn't good. But I wanted to know your thoughts on him just needing a break and leaving in the way or the manner that he did.
Well, I mean, I'm reading her caption and I'm like, gonna be completely honest, never felt so good. The sad part is people don't like, so they put you through turmoil to break you and keep you broken. Well, if you're happy and you feel that good inside and out, then maybe you don't need a break. And he's not happy. So this sounds like you're upset that he's not happy. Yeah. Because it's making you unhappy. Yeah. Which, again, as we say all the time, and even in talking about, you know, every quote unquote relationship that we see on social media or in the media, period, you can't put your happiness in the hands of somebody else. Yeah. That's just not acceptable. Like, you can't do that in any relationship, especially not when you got kids. But also, I think having kids too compromises your needs as an adult person. And I think as a parent, your needs are compromised by having children all the time. You're constantly sacrificing and compromising to make sure the kids are good. Constantly. If both parents are present, both parents are, right?
But to be fair, not only as kids. We both don't have any, but let's speak to even as a partner. Sometimes there's things that you don't want to do, but you're showing up for your partner because you believe that that's how you need to show up because you're a partner. And what sucks is, again, being able to accept the fact that maybe your partner may need a break from you. Not because they don't like you, not because they don't want to be with you, but because as people, sometimes we do need breaks in space.
What I don't understand is why, what the objection is. She said, left me aimlessly with 4 kids. It wasn't aimless. He told you he was losing himself. Yeah. So that's not aimless. That's very clear, which, by the way, I know it's going to be an unpopular take for everybody.
Come on and give the unpopular take, Bridget.
But kudos to Willie for even being self-aware enough to know that he needed to check out for a second. Because I don't think most men either A, trust their intuition enough to say, I got to get the fuck up out of here because I'm losing myself. And B, have the courage to act on it because it's never welcomed and validated in most spaces, especially
black men.
Especially black men and where the family dynamic is concerned, right? I think prioritizing mental health has really been a theme that we've seen recently that a lot of people don't do, and they're trying to do it. And granted, we don't know these people. We don't know the backstory and the ins and outs or what makes the environment toxic or why he's bringing a photographer. That's a little bizarre. Is the photographer a woman?
No, it's a man.
Okay.
He tagged him.
So I mean, there's a lot of details we obviously don't have about this, but I do think that we have to stop being so quick to ridicule people who are really trying to put themselves back together after they're broken. And I think he said he lost his father, right? He was talking about. So I lost my father, best friend, and without mourning, I had to show up every day as my full self. So he's burnt the fuck out.
Bitch, we say that coming on this goddamn podcast every week.
And let me be honest.
That's hard.
And let me be honest with you. If you have not lost a parent, you have no fucking clue how crushing that is to your soul and your spirit forever. That is a hole and a void that never fills. So if you've never lost a parent, I don't expect you to understand and relate to that, but I understand what that feels like. And having to continue to wake up every day with no time to grieve and get right back into your routine for the sake of making sure everybody else is good and everybody else is taken care of. That's a tall order to ask for somebody to keep doing that consistently at full throttle and then not have a fucking breaking point.
It is.
He reached his breaking point and he was honest about it. We hate that we're seeing it on social media, but I mean, there has to be something else. And if she asked for money, okay, you're weird. But also, I'm looking at her response to this. You're weird as fuck to think anything you're doing is okay.
You're right.
Like, what? Right. Like, he just told the world he's fucking broken, that he just lost his dad, and you telling him he's weird as fuck? Like, sis, you need to go to therapy too. Both of them.
Well, they tried in marriage boot camp.
No. They need separate therapists because her level of gaslighting under these comments
is
wild.
Is wild.
Wild.
100%.
So I don't know what their relationship situation is, but I'm happy that one individual person has acknowledged they have a problem and they're trying to get it together. But stop taking pictures in the fucking wilderness and go to a retreat and actually go and talk to somebody that's licensed to help you.
I actually... Something that this actually brought me to as well, and I kind of brought it up last week when talking about my own relationship, and one of the things, and it's kind of what Willie did in just removing himself. I think that's a hard part of being in a relationship too. I think last week I was asking how you get over or stay loving someone when they've hurt you. Like, how do you go back into a situation after you've already been hurt? And so I just decided I had to take a week with my thoughts before I officially was just like, you know what, this relationship, I don't see it being the same. And one of the things that I also have always hated about relationships is that relationships end when you hate the other person. People stay in relationships until they absolutely hate the person that they loved. And I wanted to be able to walk away from a relationship still seeing the good in the person that I just spent the last year and a half with.
Right.
I wanted to be able to walk away from a relationship with being able to remember the good memories and the positive things about someone and not see them for their worst selves. Because unfortunately, negative does overtake the positive in people. And so I like that he was able to get away, but I wanted to kind of just even talk to maybe the women listening specifically who feel the need to stay working at a relationship. It doesn't matter how many times he's cheated on you, you think he's gonna show up better. How many times he's canceled or not shown up or been on time. How many times, you know, maybe you've said you need one thing and this man is just not capable of giving you what you need. Really looking into a relationship and yourself in, this is a person who is not able to really give me what I want. Why am I staying here? Because what's going to essentially happen is the person is just going to be a repeat offender. Or when you know he's not able to be exactly who you need him to be or who you want or need in your life to be the better person or partner you are, you have to be able to be strong enough to just, this isn't where I need to be right now. Because what you essentially do is you block your blessings. You block allowing someone else to come into a space to show up how you need them to show up. And I think, unfortunately, what I see in all of my friends' relationships is that it only ends when it gets completely toxic and bad. Mind you, and we didn't even talk about the whole red flag thing a couple weeks ago.
Annoying.
But you see the red flags, you know when you should leave. And I think that that's something that a lot of just people aren't strong. And I think, I wanted to say that specifically to women because unfortunately a lot of our value is tied to whether a man claims us, whether we have a boyfriend, whether we have a husband, whether we're mothers. And I'm seeing it now in my friends, like literally going to date and settling on men that have all these red flags just so that they can have a partner or get pregnant. And again, I just say all of this to say, choose yourself. We are very, very much aware of the signs when someone is not good for us. And instead of looking at the potential of who that person or who you see that they could be for you, look at who they're showing you.
Right.
And it's probably the person that you need to walk away from.
But also I think the older you get, right, the more you realize the things that you bring to the table.
Oh, bitch, and I bring a lot now.
And and once you know that, you're able to to identify what things are complimentary and what things are not. Like I'm at a very clear place in my adult life, but also even in my relationship, right, where there's really only one option in any partnership at this point, business partnership as well. Either you're an asset or you're a liability.
Period.
And that goes for men and for women, right? Even as we were making jokes about the girl that, had the supermarket flowers and was pissed off that he didn't bring a vase when she didn't own a vase herself. The problem with that is not that the man didn't bring her the vase, it's that she didn't have a vase. So a lot of times we act in and we expect people to show up for us in ways that we don't even show up for ourselves. So if you're not doing, that's why when we have conversations about, why would you pay for anything? Because I'm going to eat at Ocean Prime, whether you're with me or not.
Right.
So I don't care who pays because this is where I'm going to eat. Right. And I am the experience. I am the trophy and the prize in this space, as far as I'm concerned, in my world and in my sphere. And in order for you to coexist in that space with me, you have to be able to, at the very least, match me what I'm doing for myself. Yeah. Because I don't ask for and expect things in any relationship that I don't provide. The level of affection, the level of attention, the level of consideration, thoughtfulness, kindness, patience, which I'm still working on.
Well, no, and that's my problem. Bitch, we communicate for a living. Right. So my man has to show up and be able to effectively communicate with me.
Consistently.
And unfortunately, that's one of the parts where, by the way, and I wanted to bring this up too. God damn it, Savon, I wish you was on the mic. This might be a conversation for Patreon. But I was having this conversation with my homegirl. And I don't understand why when a woman questions a man as far as holding him accountable, it triggers a defense mechanism to their masculinity. It's almost as if just because I'm checking you on what you did wrong, I'm not checking your manhood or your masculinity, but a response that a lot of my friends have gotten recently. And shout out, me and Carla just had this conversation. It was just like, bro, when you come to a man to just hold him accountable, it's the beating on the chest, King Kong.
I have an answer.
I'm a man. I do what I want to do. I'm here because this is me and this is always going to be me. And it's just like, my nigga, I'm holding you accountable. And now Bridget is going to drop the gems as she does. Bitch, what is the fucking answer?
Because my man is King Kong. But bitch, I'm Godzilla. So my delivery is emblazoned. My delivery is in flames. So when I'm coming at you to check you and hold you accountable, I'm holding you by the neck.
I know, that's right.
So that's why men get defensive, because a lot of times our delivery does not invoke any other reaction. Our delivery is, why do you keep fucking up? As opposed to, hey, we've talked about this before. I'm just trying to understand why we keep missing the mark. And my way around that with my partner consistently is to make it a we thing. I'm always making it a we thing. How do we fix this? Because he can't run from that shit. You can't run from a we, bro, because we in this together. This is our partnership. It's our shit. So now it's a we problem. So now your bullshit is our bullshit now. So now that I'm also claiming some responsibility by even sitting here and participating in this fuckery that I already told your ass was beneath me, you're not gonna run from it because it's our shit. So how are we gonna fix this? Because what can he say then? He can't get defended. Well, it ain't my fucking. All right, cool. You're right. It's not. It's ours. So what are we gonna do? Lead. I'll submit when you lead.
I know that's right.
And it's very simple. And most women miss that. We miss that. I'm still learning that. Even in therapy, my therapist would be Sarita would be looking at me like, well, I mean, did you try just lowering your volume 3 dB?
Oh, yeah. Well, and I did the problem too, texting accusatory.
Oh, before bitch, the dissertation, paragraphs.
Oh my God.
Paragraphs.
And it's crazy because we love paragraphs when they're nice, sweet nothings. And then when it's, no, my nigga, why did you do this? And why were you here? And what were you doing? And now you don't even want to
answer. And I done told your ass.
I done told. and that's the thing. I guess that's the problem too. We don't like being fucking, recorders? The shit's that repeat shit.
Broken records.
Broken records. There you go, bitch. Whatever.
Which always made me laugh because if a record is broken, bitch, that shit don't play.
I mean, no, well, technically, let's get into the 90s.
We could do a CD skip.
A CD scratch, bitch.
A CD scratch.
You feel what I mean? Let's do the millennial version of that.
You used to have to take it out and go and breathe on that bitch
and wipe that shit with
down.
your shirt, bitch. You a CD scratch.
You had a Walkman and you was in the car and you hit a bump, that shit would skip and go right back to the beginning of the song. And shit was mad annoying.
Mad as fuck. But
these kids today will never understand.
They won't. But you're a CD scratch, and I don't want to be the person to have to repeat constantly. And that's where I think as soon as if you have something that you constantly see yourself repeating to your partner and they're not catching on, you may have to look at, well, maybe this person is not capable to show up in this manner. And that's when you have to decide, is this something I'm willing to brush off, or is this a boundary that if he continues to cross, I have to just remove myself because this isn't a boundary I want to keep being crossed. And again, I told you, it's only a boundary if you set the boundary.
Right.
As soon as you
can't react to some shit that you ain't verbalized to your partner. That goes for men and women.
Agreed. So that's kind of like, oh, you answer that. Come on, Godzilla to the King Kong.
I am a flame-breathing dragon.
By the way, speaking of Universal, can y'all bring King Kong back? I really like the King Kong ride, and they got rid of that thing. They still got Jaws. I don't even know how Jaws is still there because a whole kid died on Jaws. But
a kid died on Jaws?
Yeah, the kid went overboard into the water and died and it's not even a real shark, but I guess maybe electrocuted because now that you're an adult, if you go on the Jaws ride, bitch, that shit look like, that shit look so fake,
it's rickety.
Bitch.
It's rickety as fuck.
So
but
bad.
I'm not even gonna hold you. If I was in the water and the fake Jaws came out, I would still be freaked the fuck out. I would be a little nervous. I'd be like, okay, this is crazy. I might get tetanus if I touch the rust. I might get electrocuted. Like I don't like this shark.
They went overboard. Can I just talk about one more person who went overboard before we get to the freshly squeezed?
Yes.
Cause bitch, I kind of want to shout out to New York, but I also just want to shout out to this woman. Because leave it to a New York woman, y'all. A New York woman is suing Kellogg's. Now Kellogg's. Y'all feel me? Kellogg, y'all know Kellogg's on all the cereals, Kellogg's on everything. But this woman is suing Kellogg's over the strawberry Pop-Tarts not having enough berries. And at that very moment, I said, bitch, I could have been rich. Why did I not? First off, this is her fault for not eating Toaster Strudels. They're way superior to Pop-Tarts. And I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm sorry, I'm not a fan. I can't give it up for the frosting, so that's all you.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna hold you. Oh, yeah, because it's the white.
I don't do white creamy
things. It does
things.
look like cum, too. It look like,
I'm not
it look like jizz when you put a little thing on the Toaster Strudels, but that thing look good and I'll lick it like,
but also,
that thing is delicious.
The packet, even the packet that it comes in makes it impossible to do the fucking commercial drizzle that they show you.
You only get one drizzle. Like that.
Like it's getting one line. You can do two parallel lines and that's about it. You're not going to get the whole swirl back and forth.
The other one, I just end up putting on with my finger, like finger painting. But nah, so Russell is urging Pop-Tarts to adopt more accurate labeling and claims damages exceeding $5 million.
I want to know what damage she experienced with a lack of strawberries.
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. If I bought
like, what's damage, baby girl? What is damage?
Well, to me, it's false advertising. Is probably what she's.
But it said strawberry.
It did say strawberry. Can you scroll
So she's
up?
mad at the amount.
She's mad at the amount. It says that the food corporation is being sued in a new class action suit over claims that they're misleading buyers about what's in the pastry. A woman from New York is leading the charge. Hold on, and is alleging that the fruit filling in the whole grain frosted strawberry toaster pastries is mostly comprised, bitch, of other fruits. Hold on, but then if you do go down, to the
Why are you so concerned about the sugar in the fruit, you dummy? If you're buying whole grain Pop-Tarts,
it says that it's vegetable juice for color, but it's dried pears, dried apples, and dried strawberries. Which, if you think about it,
is less sugar.
It's less berries than the other fruit. Like, bitch, me and my homegirls just had a whole conversation about like the types of fruit because then we was getting breakfast and they had all these melons and I was like, okay, well there's melons, but is melons fruit? And then I was like, okay, well what other type of subcategory is there for fruit? And then we found out it was berries. But then I was like, well, what's a mango? Because it's not a melon. And when I tell you we had the most high conversation
that's some high
at 9
shit.
a.m., like what other subcategories of fruit?
Which count on fucking Mandii to still be a fucking OCD ass, controlling ass bitch who needs folders and outlines.
I did.
To have a high ass conversation like, I don't know what folder mangoes go in.
Where do mangoes go?
It's not a berry. It's not a melon.
So hold on.
She didn't have a folder for
Can
it.
I ask you, see the things is, listeners, can y'all join me in a class action lawsuit against Lay's? Because the way it is more air than chips in my motherfucking salt and vinegar chip bag.
Listen.
Bruh.
It's a lot of motherfucking air. It's a balloon with 5 chips.
Wait, do you want to sue Toaster Strudel for us not being able to do it like the commercial?
No, because I don't give a fuck about that frosting.
Oh, I do, bitch.
So I'm not in that.
You know what? Actually, we could also sue Pillsbury because the way they give me 8 Cinnabons and there's only really enough frosting to cover about 6.
Oh.
Bitch, 2 of my Cinnabons never have enough frosting on them bitches. Oh. And I be mad. I be having to stretch that shit.
I don't eat those.
Oh, because it's more white stuff.
Yeah.
What do you eat?
I mean, I like the regular frosted Pop-Tarts with the strawberry. There's enough Bitch, stop buying a whole wheat and buy the regular frosted strawberry because it's all strawberry in that shit. And they're great.
But now that I think about it, when I did eat Pop-Tarts, that frosting didn't go to each corner, bruh.
It surely
they
did
real
not.
light on the frosting on them things.
I like
too.
that though, because when you put it in the toaster, then it softens a little, so it's not like.
Oh God, you really eat Pop-Tarts?
Yeah. I actually don't like them in the toaster either. I'll eat them untoasted.
I don't know
like
if we can be. I judge people who eat Pop-Tarts. You don't.
You judge people who
I
eat
do.
Pop-Tarts?
Pop-Tarts are the trashiest thing you could have for breakfast. Like, it's worse than oatmeal.
Oatmeal's not trash either.
Oh, but you're 35 now? Oatmeal is like,
wow,
for 35 plus, bro. Who the fuck just wake up and be like, I want some oatmeal?
So you're 35 now? So oatmeal is a geriatric breakfast? Because last time I checked, babies also eat oatmeal. Children eat oatmeal. A lot of people eat fucking oatmeal.
A lot of people?
Yes. A lot of people eat oatmeal.
You eat oatmeal? Savon,
is,
you also have a fucking CMOS company, so we're not.
Yes, Savon's not even 30. Savon's not. Shout out to Savon is not even 30. It's still and already got a CMOS company. And he eats oatmeal.
Savon, you really eat oatmeal like on purpose, or like when there's nothing else to eat?
No, it's good for you. It's a good breakfast food. It's hearty. It gives you energy. It gives you brain power. It's great.
What y'all put in your oatmeal? Say raisins right now. Y'all put raisins in your oatmeal?
And I'm the old one?
I'm asking y'all because
you want to put raisins in oatmeal and I'm the
old one? I just feel like that's what I think on oatmeal. That and like brown sugar and
definitely brown sugar. Definitely
Okay.
brown sugar. And some and syrup, or honey. I like honey and oatmeal. Honey and oatmeal's a vibe.
Okay, this is a geriatric. All right, thank you guys for
You
tuning
just
in to
talked
the
about
Auntie
fucking
Podcast.
raisins, sis.
I feel like raisins go in oatmeal. That's why I feel like it's some old people shit.
Then you feel like you're 85
But
because
you
no
said
one
you
else.
like Raisin Bran
I
too,
hate
right?
raisins. No,
You
I
like
do not
Raisin
eat
Bran?
raisins. No.
Oh. Hey, stop, because, hey, we independent now. Raisin Bran, cut us a check if you want. I'll sit here and say I'll put raisins in my goddamn potato salad for you if you cut the check. I really don't. That was a lie. That's what the whites do. I don't put raisins in it.
That's okay. Mandy has already confirmed her whiteness for me on
No,
this
my
couch.
mama know how to make oxtail.
She played Ashley Simpson. There's an Avril Lavigne.
Is
like
this
there's
what we're
nothing.
doing?
There's nothing you're gonna tell
Oh,
me.
I ain't even gonna hold
We're
you.
not slandering anything. You can't slander
I ain't
anything
even
white
gonna
ever
hold
again.
you. My homegirl was so shot in Orlando. I went to karaoke, right?
What did you sing at karaoke,
Bitch,
bro?
first off, I went on stage and sung "Do You Believe in Life After Love" with my mama. Cause Cher, my mama, she used to play Cher. So that was the one thing. But then I felt like I felt that song, maybe because I just broke up with my nigga. So I'm actually gonna jam Cher in my house. But worse than that, guess what I sung?
What?
Let me play
Are you
it
gonna
for
play
you,
it?
actually. I am. I need to play this song. And when I tell you,
Oh my God.
my best friend looked at me and was like, you know this song? And what's crazy is I was there with my other friend who was my best friend from middle school.
Okay.
And this was actually the song that was on my MySpace. And if you do not know, Parks, not you looking confused.
I don't even know this song.
Does no one know this song? Shout out to those of you who know this song. Whoa, well imagine as I race in the pews in the church corridor and I can't help but to hear, no, I can't help but to hear an exchanging of words. What a
Fall Out
beautiful
Boy?
wedding. What a
Fall Out
beautiful.
Boy?
No, bitch, this is Panic at the Disco. I write sins, not tragedies. Whore. I'm trying, what the haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the goddamn door, no, it's much better to... Anyways, all right, thank you for Josh and Savon who know this song. Parks and Bridget are like...
You have the only other 1.5 white people in this room looking at you like you are crazy. So I just want to let you know, your white meter is growing, sis.
Hey, chill, not the white meter growing.
It's growing, baby.
This was,
It's growing, baby.
I played volleyball, okay? I played volleyball in 9th grade.
Did you play softball?
10th grade. I didn't play softball, but
You would have been great on the softball
I actually
team.
was a part of like the intramurals. I played a lot of sports, and volleyball, my volleyball team was much different demographically than the basketball team. So
Yeah.
I played both sports, but
100%.
yeah. So the beginning of the year was volleyball. And that was, this was my song. Shout out to everybody that went to Dr. Phillips. This was about my freshman to 10th grade year. And this was like one of my favorite songs at the time. So also shout out Allie, because she just saw it on the page.
I would also like you to read what
God.
Alex put up on the screen for
Fuck
you.
Alex.
Alex, our screen man, typed up on the screen,
Oatmeal is fire, you bugging.
Thank you, Alex.
But also, Alex, you see, we talking about motherfucking Panic at the Disco now. You're like 2 subjects late with the oatmeal conversation.
Panic at the
really
Disco
can't know
was
that you
not
didn't
a
know.
vibe. No, I
Panic
never
at the
listened to
Disco
Panic at the
wasn't
Disco.
a vibe.
I never listened to Panic at the Disco.
Savon, are you with me? Maybe it's a millennial thing, but earlier millennials, later millennials, like not 34 plus millennials. Hey,
The fact that you went to 1 year before, come on now. 1 year before my age. I know who Panic at the Disco is. I just wasn't a fan. That wasn't my vibe.
They were a super vibe. But so I sung that.
The alternative rock band I was into was like Linkin Park and Fall Out Boy. And,
Okay, yeah,
and The
us too.
Killers. I like The Killers too.
I mean, Linkin Park ended up doing a whole goddamn song with Jay-Z, so.
Yeah, but they had albums other than that.
Oh.
Yeah, like I liked a lot of Linkin Park. I liked Fall Out Boy, The Killers. What was the other group that I really liked a lot that was out at that time?
At this point, moving forward, we're not going to be able to talk about white people anymore. But,
I mean, I was never talking about white people, and I was telling you not to. And
I mean, we just talked about white people. You be talking about them too, sis.
I talk about the racist white people.
You just don't want me to say the Ritz word,
Yeah, I don't want you to say the Ritz word.
the Triscuit word. The saltine word. And that's fine.
Well,
I love dipping crackers in my soup. All right, so.
And I'm the old one. This bitch put crackers in her fucking
You don't
soup.
put crackers in your chili?
No.
All right, I give up. I give up with it. And you know what's crazy? I read some comment and someone was like, you guys should have friends with benefits that really like don't agree with you guys because it just seems like y'all agree on so much. And I'm just like, bitch, you clearly don't listen to the podcast because me and Bridget don't agree on
Anything.
Anywho, let's go on here. I guess we're going to get into it, baby.
Let's get into our freshly squeezed. Yeah.
Yeah, baby, let's get into that.
Okay. Love that.
And like that, you did.
Yes. Yeah, so we got a lot a lot of good music came out this week. And we say that every week or it's either really good music or it's like music. And this was really good music.
That part.
Yeah. Did you want to play something first or you want me to go first?
Hold on, because I was just about to call somebody, but now the nigga just hopped off a plane. He's like, you got 30? I'm like, nigga, we recording, like right now.
I mean, we can call him in like 15.
That's what I told him. He's like, you got like 30? I said, no, nigga.
Like 15.
You know? Well, you have the aux. Do you want to start?
I can, yeah. You know, we gonna give it some R&B vibes. But this is actually, this project is very pop R&B, 80s synth vibe. Majid Jordan, they're an R&B duo from Toronto, signed to OVO. And they dropped a project called Wildest Dreams. And there's quite a few songs on here that I really like. Summer Rain is a favorite, and Been Through That, but I'm kind of leaning towards playing Been Through That. Because I think it's just really
it's
catchy.
Okay, it's a duo. Where are they from?
Toronto.
Oh, okay. Oh, we doing some international songs today then.
Yeah.
The artist that I have played, that I'm playing is actually from the UK. So
Yeah, Been Through That.
come on,
Been Through That is a
international.
vibe.
We globally shit.
So this is Majid Jordan. This is called Been Through That. I've been through that. I've been through that. This reminds me of like the sounds, the instrumentation really reminds me, the production reminds me of Ryan Leslie, who I really miss. Like,
I miss him too.
I miss Ryan Leslie.
Now,
I
mean,
really
I see him.
do.
He does a lot of conversations now on podcasts
Yeah.
because of how he's been able to monetize through like email lists.
Yeah.
He's been on Earn Your Leisure quite a bit. Like he does.
He's done a lot of stuff in tech. He's a Harvard grad who's really intelligent. There's a lot in the business world. So it's kudos to Ryan Leslie, but we do miss that music. Though.
I do.
Really do.
Yeah, I'm a diamond girl. You're the one. You know, I was going to fuck up the word, so I just stopped right there. Because,
I'm so glad that you did that. Thank you.
Because I just, it's like I know it, and then I just feel like they're going to come for me because, bitch, I knew them words for Panic at the Disco, and they're going to be like, really, sis? You just know all the words
to the white
them
people
songs?
So you know the Slave Master songs, but you don't know.
You know the colonizer songs.
Right.
My bad. I mean.
That's how, yeah. Well.
You know what had happened was, I know those songs from like really, really young. So like if I play.
even worse.
No, because that's why they say that's the time you should learn another language. You retain information better when you're young.
That's true.
So I feel like those songs I just knew at a very young age and was singing them often. And back then I didn't have Instagram to scroll. I just had my Walkman or my iPad and that's about it. Like I listened to music a lot more. Now I listen to podcasts a lot.
Yeah.
Like I literally wake up and listen to podcasts. Like my friends are like, girl, you not sick of hearing people talk? Like all I do is listen to people talk. So, which is crazy because I used to always wonder how talk radio was a thing. Anytime I got into the car and someone was playing like talk radio, I'd be like, oh my God, put some music on. So it's crazy that it's kind of like turned into tenfold. And here we are now.
It has. Look at you.
I guess I can play. Do I want to start? Well, I guess let's talk about the ones that have come out and everyone's been talking about. I'm excited. I don't know if you're excited. Not only is he gorgeous, and I'm going to try to be real respectful here, but Big Sean.
Yes.
We got some shit from fucking Big Sean.
Yes.
I'm going to kind of let it rock while we talk about him, but he
and
just dropped What a Life.
Visual.
No, it's dope.
Ugh.
It's really, really dope.
Hit Boy is unstoppable. Shout out to Hit Boy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just giving me what I want from him.
Yeah.
And he just looks so good with his beard. I'm going to try not to lust because I'm going to respect Janae Aiko, but
that's nice of you.
I hope they have a relationship like Will and Jada because then maybe I'm not being disrespectful.
Because then maybe it's free to roam.
Yeah, no, I just I'm really glad to see Big Sean is back. I don't know why. I really love when they just talk their shit. I said that about J. Cole and him coming out talking about how dope he believes he is. I don't know. I really love arrogance in hip hop.
I do too.
I love arrogance. And I think that he has that. I don't know who he's talking to. The streets are saying it's Kendrick. And it's just weird because I as big as Kendrick is, I'm one of those. And I know you did a record with him as well, The Subtle Flex.
I wasn't even going to say it. I was just going to let him keep going. But this Subtle Flex has been brought to you by.
Yeah, I know you did a record with Kendrick. But it's crazy because everyone talks about, who's first off, I like lyrical rap on top of like my hood ratchet drug dealing trap music. But Big Sean is just one of those that I've always loved. So I'm excited to hopefully get a full project from him soon. I don't know if it's going to be, is he still with Good Music?
I thought
You don't know?
I thought so. I believe he is still on Def
Is
Jam.
he still with them? I just hope that this means that we're going to get an even larger project from him. But who we also played earlier in today's podcast was Wale. Can I just hold on, I want to give a shout out to him.
I got to give a round of applause to Wale.
I got to give a round of applause to Wale because by the way, do you know what Folarin, what does that mean? You
Alex,
just know you be knowing words, bitch. Is
Alex,
this another language?
Folarin he's Nigerian, so let's find what Folarin means.
Folarin is the 8th mixtape. Oh
yeah.
Walk with Wealth. It's a Yoruba origin meaning.
Yoruba.
It's not Yoruba?
No,
Yoruba?
it's pronounced Yoruba.
Yoruba.
Yep.
Yoruba.
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 Yoruba. Okay, I knew that. I did know that.
Yeah, but we stayed.
I did know that.
You
but
were right.
Y'all just give it to me that we got Alex Kevin.
Yoruba.
Yoruba. Okay, my bad. Alex had to come in and correct. So the I gotta be a little. It's like an I, not Yoruba. It's not a it's an I.
Yoruba.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, all right, Yoruba.
All right.
Yoruba. So it means walk with wealth. This is the second installation of such. He has Roman numerals 2 following it.
Yes.
And we actually did play.
We played a couple.
We
songs
played
from this.
Angles.
Yeah, of course.
Poke It Out is not. I'm not a fan, which sucks because I love J. Cole with Wale. I wasn't a fan of that song. And then I also really liked Dearly Beloved with Jamie Foxx. Can I get another? I'm just gonna play that one a little bit.
Jamie Foxx.
That was my favorite record.
Jamie Foxx can be singing.
Bro,
we really do forget Jamie Foxx.
Can we get another fucking? What's the song? It started with a P. What's the album? Didn't it start with a P or a U? Unpredictable. There we go. I knew it was a U and a P. I had it, nigga. I did have it. I want to play just because it's just like, do you know how amazing not only his vocals are, but this was to me the best song on the record. And again, because I didn't like Poke It Out, Angles was cool. I think we ended up growing into that.
I really love the Aunt Clemens. What's the name of the Aunt Clemens one?
Extra Special.
Extra Special. I like that joint.
Look at, come on, Jamie. I'm gonna let this ride just a little bit, actually. Oh. Honestly, look, I'm getting in my feelings. That line right there, I was lucky to love you, but I ain't recovered yet. It hurts when you're not with somebody that you love. I'm there. I'm still there.
Yeah.
Because I definitely broke it off with someone that I love. But this song by far is one of my favorites on the album. So I want to give flowers to Wale. If you haven't yet, this is definitely one of my favorite records on the album. So check that out. And I know those are just things that we had to get to. I don't know if you have another. Y'all, we playing some music for y'all today because I actually wanted to introduce you the same way I'm sure you just introduced a lot of people to Majid Jordan.
I feel like a lot of people know Majid Jordan.
Yeah.
But maybe
But you know what's crazy? I didn't.
Or like know of them because
the
they're
fact
signed
is-
to OVO but don't really know their music that well.
Majid Jordan sound like it would be one person. And it's it's two.
It's the two. It's Jordan Ullman, I think, is the one guy, and then Majid.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it would be like us calling this podcast
So
Mandy
Jordan
Bridget.
is one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, like
guess.
technically that's what it is.
Yeah. So Jordan is
Kelly B.
I think. Yeah, Kelly
Like
B.
that, you feel me? Because y'all ain't getting that government name from me, nigga. So this is actually a group as well that I'm hoping to put you guys onto. I was introduced to them back in 2015 when I studied abroad in Singapore from the other study abroad students. The group is called Western, and they are from somewhere in Europe. I don't want to sit here and say England, and London is in England. They're from over there. And they're really good. My favorite song was called Into. That's how I was introduced to them, but they just released something else called Professional Love. And I kind of just want to give it to you. It has kind of the Afrobeats feel with reggae, with UK lingo. It's just, and it's a group of, I believe it's 3 or 4 of them.
Hey, it's right up my alley.
Yeah.
Fire. I like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
And so you got the little rap going on with it.
Yeah.
But that's Western Professional Love.
Right.
So I wanted to play that. That's a little different than what I normally play.
I'm proud of you.
Are y'all proud of me? I did good today. I did good. All right.
You played Panic at the Disco.
Don't do.
And then you played this.
Oh.
I'm really impressed.
So I can't play my last song that I wanted to play.
Play your last song. Play all the songs.
So y'all, again, I want to.
I love this because we definitely trying to take this music segment to a whole other level. So really it's great to know that you are not just one dimensional. I'm happy.
Damn, you thought I was one dimensional, friend?
Yeah.
Savon, you thought I was one dimensional? All right. Parks looked like he agreed. I'm sick of all y'all. You know what? Well, this one is definitely
you repping for the hippity hop consistently.
Well, this last one is hippity hop. This last one is also from a female rapper called The Real Scarface out of Florida.
Amazing.
I want to shout out to one of the listeners who actually put me up on her. And when I told you, I just really like feeling like I could grab a gat. Because, I live in motherfucking New York now, so grabbing a gat ain't really an option no more.
Nope, sure is not.
But coming from Florida, I actually, when I turned 18, I was like, I'm going to go to Walmart and get me a little pink gun. And, that's kind of what you do. You get a dog and a gun. Like, as a woman in Florida.
That's kind of what you do.
You do. Like, you're able to get a gun. Like, that's kind of, and even living in Georgia, like, the gun laws are much different in the South. So, her name is Real Scarface. This project is called Loyalty Over Emotions. And I'm going to play a song called Tweezy Flow. And it's pretty much her grabbing her gat, and I love it. So now y'all could, if you at your office, grab your gat or your fake one. Put your fingers in the air. 2 fingers. Come on, hitting licks.
Wow.
I'ma make your niggas your palm bearers. Sheesh.
Love it.
And then I love when you come in there and then just start talking shit to people. Kaya used to do that a lot. And
I love the fuck y'all thought. I'm here for that.
I love that. So y'all, that is The Real Scarface. Her project just dropped and it's called Loyalty Over Emotions. Even the cover art is like sitting by the pool holding her head. Like, it's just like, I love everything about it. And it's giving Trina mixed with Kaya mixed with Jackie O.
Oh.
Yeah. Cause it's still, to me, it's giving real street shit, which Kaya gave, but she sold a little bit more sex, but she also gave she'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
Trina gave stripper. This isn't giving stripper as much as
it's not giving stripper.
And that's the thing. A lot of the girls now, it's all stripper. And I mean, shout out to
which
all
isn't bad.
It's not bad. Like, shout out to all of the women rappers, but it's just a lot. Mm-hmm. So I like to hear a bitch talking about like putting these niggas in the dirt too. I know that's right, bitch. You know what I mean? So yeah, that is The Real Scarface. And
fire.
Yeah, shout out to Florida. You feel me? I guess what you want to get into real quick shit we don't care about before we get TV and get up out of here.
Yeah.
So shit we don't care about. I'm gonna sit here and tell you now, since they already gonna get on me and Panic at the Disco. Let me just go full blown Karen. I don't give a fuck about Pooh Shiesty, NBA YoungBoy, or any of these other rappers that are behind bars. Keep them there. Let's clean the streets, guys. They did things illegally, and maybe they should be more well behaved. And that's it. I'm sorry, isn't it like guns and shooting people and raping? Like, that's what all they do. Like, I don't even know how Kodak is not behind bars right now.
Very
like,
caring
still.
of you.
I mean, it's not even caring of me, bro. Like, y'all out here, when you make this money, get the Du Bois to run your errands. Get someone else to hold your guns. Like, It's just one of those, like, I get it. You can take the guy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the guy. And to me, there's too many people depending on you. It's not only your family members now. There's record labels. There's art. Like, there's your team. There's a lot of people depending on you to where, I'm sorry, I have no sympathy for dumb shit. Also, we're going to talk about people dealing with legal battles. No sympathy even for Yaya Mayweather. I know she's facing about 20 years. I hope she gets thrown behind bars as well. She stabbed an expecting mother over a nigga who's in jail right now. So as far as I know, a lot of people just money talks, and I get that. But I do believe that at the end of the day, we know what's wrong and what's right. And that's why I also am the one where when y'all sit here, and I ain't gonna say that motherfucker's name, but there's somebody in jail right now for killing a whole person in a venue here in New York, and all I hear is #free blank here. And that shit bothers me. Like, because when it's your family member who got shot and killed, you want justice. But when y'all are out here, like, you know, standing behind people who do the same thing and really cause the same harm to other families, it's a free them and can't wait for them to get out. And I just really want us to keep the same energy. However, I know that's impossible because we're all hypocrites. So never there's mind. That. So never mind. Y'all keep shouting free the niggas that done killed people, but then wanting justice for when you actually have to experience that grief. It's just one of those things in our community specifically that really just irks my fucking soul. Like, it really irks my fucking soul. So that's something I don't care about. So NBA YoungBoy and all of his legal woes showing up on the Shade Room, they can stop posting it. I don't give a fuck about it. The other thing that I do not give a flying fuck about is goddamn Kanye West walking around in these goddamn masks. Like, to me, it shows more to the fact that this nigga really just wants attention.
I'm tired.
Like, there is no
with
reason
the
for
rain
it.
boots and it's just...
Apparently it's Balenciaga from head to toe, but...
Balenciaga made this mask?
Oh, maybe not the mask. Okay, so from neck to toe.
Not even from neck to toe. It's from
shoulder to toe. From nipple to shoulder.
It's just the outerwear. Everything else. What is this mask, bro? Like, this is crazy.
I hate it. And they're different masks. He done had about 2 or 3 different masks on, and they keep posting him because he's wearing a mask. Because
that
if he
one
was
is
just
ridiculous. That looks nuts.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
He looks like Patrick Stewart from Star Trek. Like, if Patrick Stewart and Warren Beatty had sage clay colored skin, it would be that mask.
Yeah, I'm bothered.
This one is giving crash test dummy. I don't understand, bro. This is nuts. Kanye, we gotta talk, bro. And it's really like, it is attention seeking. I'm with you on that. But I also don't give a fuck. Like, if I see this person if he walks past me, I'm gonna let him walk past me. Like, it's just giving crazy. I'm good.
It's giving. I'm crossing the street.
This is the most Halloween I'm interested in. Yeah, you got it, Kanye. You got it.
Someone said it's giving Michael Myers. That too.
Michael Myers still chasing the same bitch. Y'all just don't give up. Y'all don't take no for an answer. Just leave her alone.
Do you know what's funny about that?
Michael Myers, that movie was so annoying to me because he was always just taking his fucking time.
But wait,
bitches is running through the trees. They're out of breath. They're profusely sweating, and Mike Myers is strolling through the playground.
Do you want to know the funnier
thing
thing about that? I ended up coming across a tweet.
I hate it.
And it was just like, so this town knows that this man terrorizes them every year and nobody chooses to move? Like, if you know there is a serial killer on the loose every time the same year, why are y'all still living in this goddamn neighborhood?
Like, it's not, y'all are not treating this enough like The Purge. Like, we need to all be armed and ready for Halloween when he comes out because he's coming to terrorize y'all.
And then why are you running through the woods, sis? Like, girl, go where everybody sees you. But
Mike Myers is also like, bro, anybody could get it. It's never just like one. It's never just like one victim, like a consistent victim. It's always Jamie Lee Curtis. And then everybody else that might talk to her. That's just next to her. You just like, you guilty and you about to get got just because you next to Jamie Lee Curtis. Let me shout out
TikTok as well. There was this hilarious fucking TikTok where he's talking about how he's amongst the most famous Michaels ever. You think Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson, and then Michael Myers. And then he was talking about all of the other fucking villains. And he was like, whoever the nigga is. He was like, that nigga think he's somebody? You live in a sewer, my guy. You live in a sewer. Who really are you? And it was the funniest fucking TikTok. I'm just like, y'all are really creative out here. And I'm so mad that I ain't got it in me to shoot these TikTokers because, God damn it, they be really good. They be really fucking good. But yeah, Kanye, give up the mask. Is there anything else that you cared about or didn't care about this week?
I think that kind of covered. I didn't care about the Willie Taylor thing, but we talked about it. I didn't care.
Well, you said you cared about the Alec Baldwin thing, and I didn't. So,
well, I care about the swirling allegations and accusations against the negligence of this production company that did not do right by the protocol. Apparently,
yeah. And I don't like that everyone is really trying to say that Alec Baldwin should be charged with murder or go to jail or things like that. Like, he showed up to do his job. I don't think he knew that it was a loaded gun that would hurt anyone. Like, we all know who Alec Baldwin is. How many fucking movie sets do you think he's been on where there was weapons and things like that?
They also, I mean, what's so interesting to me is we have not heard any like one consistent statement from the production company or...
Oh, girl, because they're about to get sued. They probably,
you know what I mean?
Quiet.
So like everybody's they're really scrambling to try to get their story straight, which is the part that's the most upsetting. Because it's like everybody's up in arms when a person dies on set from a prop gun, but we all still got to sit here and argue about gun regulation as it pertains to schools and gun control and everything
happen often?
else. No, the last time it happened to somebody like that that had this level of fame or celebrity, I guess, was Bruce Lee's son. Bruce Lee's son, Brandon Lee, was killed on the set of The Crow back in the 90s.
I do. Okay.
Similar situation, but with this in particular, like all these details, and I don't know what the facts are around the details coming out. Some people are saying that the prop gun was taken and was being used for hunting elsewhere or was being used like as an active gun somewhere else and then brought back to set. And then the production company was skimping on certain protocol and paying union workers, so they hired non-union workers, so there wasn't an actual qualified.
It was an assistant that gave
like it wasn't
him
it wasn't like a qualified prop master is what they call it. So it was somebody else that gave Alec Baldwin the okay to use the gun. Either way, it's just there's too many people swirling around this tragic accident, and so it's really hard to pinpoint who's going to be at fault. But this sounds like, somebody, the production company going down in flames. That's what it sounds like.
100%.
But I mean, condolences to her husband though and her child, because I know she has a young son. And so obviously the husband had made a statement saying he wanted everybody to respect their privacy. So, but I mean, I think the part that I don't care about is the fact that so many people are accusing Alec Baldwin of not knowing any better, when in fact it's really his job to not know. It's everybody else's job to know and let him know. So. I think that's something to take into consideration on productions of this magnitude. But, such is life.
Such is life. I'm not going to lie. This is also one of those, like, I don't know. I've heard quite a bit of podcasts speak on this. And
yes, you know what I don't care about?
What don't you care about?
Something I don't care about. Finding that young man's remains who killed his fiance.
Oh.
The man who's
Petito.
Yeah. Gabby. I think was her name, the girl that was killed.
But the
guy's name was Brian.
Brian Landry, something like that.
Brian something. Gabby Petito was the young girl that was killed. And
Brian
Laundrie's body remains were found. Brian, we knew you did it. We were not. We ruled everybody out, and now that Brian is now no longer living, it lines up with so many stories that we've heard before in the past where it's a crime of passion.
The same thing just happened with Maya in Orlando.
Right.
It's
a crime of passion, and a man, feels so guilty over the treachery he's committed that he takes his own life. That's what this sounds
But see what I mean? When the shit get toxic, just leave. Leave so you can still be in love with the person and let them go.
You don't even need to be in love with the person. Willie Taylor's wife, take it from him. He needed to leave so he could protect himself. And
probably
therefore,
the family.
indirectly protect y'all.
Yeah.
If a man tells you he needs some space, if a woman tells you she needs space because the mental health is the priority and is not being prioritized up until this point, let them go. That's a red flag. All y'all talking about these red flags like, oh, well, if he sleeps with socks, he's not my type. Bitch, if he's telling you he needs to take a fucking break because he's losing himself, please respect that. Same goes for women too. If women are telling you, listen, you can call me dramatic. You can call me anything you want to call me, but I'm emotionally at my fucking capacity. I am tapped out. I need a break. Let people take their break.
Yeah. It's one of those where we all sit here and tweet that we're all for mental health until it comes time to really care about the people around us.
And then you calling people weird because it no longer serves you. Someone's mental health is not meant to serve you. It's meant to serve them.
That part. Boundaries are not for you. They are for the person. That's something that y'all need to know. All right. Oh, girl, we done gave them a podcast today. Good, because y'all, the budget is on us after this. So when y'all get them 90-minute podcasts in a little bit, don't be mad, y'all. We got to pay for studio time moving forward. I'm playing with y'all. No, I'm not. But
oh man,
you want to get into TV real quick?
We got to get into TV.
Because girl, you watched everything I didn't watch.
Oh my God.
So go ahead and talk to the people.
I mean, I had 9 hours to get my hair braided this weekend, so I had a lot of time to watch shows. Shout out to Sue. Sue is my hair braider. She came to my house and blessed me with 9 hours worth of braids that I'm going to keep until Thanksgiving.
Girl,
so
you better keep them shits until 2022.
It might go down. It might go down. So Insecure. We got to talk about this. Also want to shout out my boy Curtis and Coltrane from Team Epiphany, who put on Insecure Fest in Los Angeles this weekend. Because
shout out to everybody. And shout out to Crystal and Fran.
Yes.
They are the hosts of The Read, and they are also the hosts of The Friend Zone. Mm-hmm. But collaboratively, they are the hosts of Insecurity, which is a HBO-sponsored podcast that covers literally each season of Insecure. So shout out to Fran and Crystal.
Yes, it was a lot of beautiful Black talent in the building over the weekend in LA for Insecure Fest.
Except for us.
Except for
we
us.
didn't get the invite.
So we're going to have to work on that, Team Epiphany, because we love y'all. We on y'all's team. So yeah, the last season of Insecure premiered this past Sunday. Yes, it is. And so, yeah, it's intense. It's triggering for me. Insecure, there's always moments that are triggering for me.
What part of the opening? By the way, spoiler alert, and mind you, she about to spoil me because I ain't watched this either.
I'm not going to spoil alert.
Well, what part, what dynamic or what conversation was brought about that led you to being triggered? Because I'm not going to lie, the fact that I did hear from the Twitter streets that she chose to leave Lawrence, that kind of aligned with me. Oh, yeah. She knew that she wasn't going to be able to deal with the fact that he was about to have another family outside of her.
Yeah, that wasn't the triggering part.
What's the triggering part?
The triggering part for me in the episode is she goes back to Stanford and she's on a panel and she's talking about how she thought going and pursuing this career would make her feel better about herself, and speaking on a panel and doing all this stuff would make her remind her that she's doing great and she's amazing. And it actually just highlighted that she wasn't where she wanted to be. That it was eye-opening for her that the validation she was seeking from the outside didn't come to her the way she envisioned it, and that, you know, everything that we work towards sometimes doesn't produce the result that we want, and that disappointment is real. Especially the older you get, like in your career, and you think that if you exert yourself wholeheartedly and passionately with the purest of intentions, that you're going to produce the result that you want. But there's so many variables out of your control that, you know, even taking the L sometimes is so much more devastating because you've put all your eggs in that basket. And she bet on herself, right? So that was the part that was triggering for me. It was like, damn, that's so true. Yeah, no, the Lawrence thing.
Issa, read me. That sounds like, I mean, I know that, you know, we come here every Monday, and of course, compared to those of you who really, you know, go into work every day and bust out 40 plus hours a week. I know at one point I was doing 60 to 80 hour weeks during busy season. Like, I know a lot of you guys work a lot. And so when we come here and maybe sometimes complain or feel drained about having to show up to do a podcast that a lot of people think is the easiest of things to do. Yeah. It's really like not
at all.
It's not. I mean, and even though we only show up to pod, you know, this time and this is what you guys get, I'm texting Savon damn near every other day. He's sick of me. Me and Bridget talk fucking daily, and
I'm never sick of Mandii.
Okay, well, thank you, Fran.
I'm never sick of
but this is like a weekly thing. I mean, we woke up this morning and had a call. We have so many other people involved. We're growing a team, and like this really does become so time consuming that it's one of those where, hey, you think you're super excited because you get to quit your 9 to 5 to be an entrepreneur, and then you're really working 24/7, and so it makes.
It's not as glamorous.
It's not as glamorous at all. And podding is one of those things. And I just want to shout out to all the podcast creators as well who still have their 9 to 5 and then find time either on their weekends or after work to make it to the studio. I had so many years that I was doing that. And I swear to God, they thought I had motherfucking STDs or something because I was like, I got a clinic appointment. I got to go to the clinic after work. I was just going to the clinic like so much. That was my excuse. I had a doctor's appointment.
Hilarious.
I didn't know if they thought I was you know, fighting something, but I would leave my 9 to 5, be there at 9 a.m., leave at 6 for a studio session from 7 to 8, go all the way back up to the Bronx and, you know, go back to work the next morning. So I want to shout out to everyone who's still pursuing like these creative fields while also holding down a 9 to 5 because it's not easy.
No, it's not.
And you want one to be able to overcome the other, especially seeing all of these deals and seeing all of these people succeed in the space. And, you know, it is though. I want to tell all of you, it's a lot a lot of work. And then it costs a lot when you want to build a team. So
it's rewarding though. It is rewarding.
It is. I'm looking forward to watching this very last season of Insecure. And I want to shout out again to Issa Rae. She did get, I believe, like a $40 million contract with HBO to produce, I don't know, like I believe like 15 more programs with them. So I'm excited to see what else she brings, because this is refreshing to see. This is something that we can relate to in a way that we haven't really been able to do much with Black television. Right. So I love that.
It is. It's well done. It's very well written. The characters are very realistic and relatable.
But you got Kofi and then that little nigga with the pretty eyes. I mean, I'm going to watch
Kendrick,
it. Yeah, he fine. He fine.
Yeah, what else was Invasion is a new show on Apple Plus, which is sci-fi fantasy. You know how we give it up.
I'm going to watch it.
It's about aliens. You're going to love it.
Y'all know I love me sci-fi.
It's really, really dope. So far, so good. There's a lot of character development a lot of characters that you're following throughout. But it's really, really good so far. And then,
well, speaking, if we're gonna stay on sci-fi real quick, I did. I had to
watch
recover.
Dune?
No, I haven't watched Dune. I gotta watch Dune, Insecure, and Real Housewives of Potomac when I get home tonight. But I did watch the entire season 2 of
Lock and Key.
Okay. So I love things like that have to do with magic and sci-fi and all these other things. Lock and Key season 2 was actually really, really phenomenal. It's one of those where I'm like, fuck, I hate that it was such a gap between season 1 and season 2. Also, for those of y'all who were up on all the Netflix world, last season of Ozark was announced January.
Wow.
It's coming back in January. And I ain't gonna hold you, Netflix.
I can't wait.
It's fucking October. Can you not announce in January? It's so long now. I'm about to have FOMO for the next fucking 3 months because I'm gonna be waiting on Ozark. But Ozark is coming in January. And then there was one other thing that I did watch. Oh, I finished.
Did you watch? You didn't watch Curb, huh?
No, but I finished Wu-Tang.
Okay.
I finished Wu-Tang on Hulu. I thought that it was also done fairly well.
Yeah, I thought it was done great. I'm a big Larry David fan, so Curb.
We know you say it every other week.
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
We know, Bridget.
Season 11.
At this point, can we get you to like write their opening song or something?
Very, very good. Very good. We love Larry David.
We need to get some Curb Your Enthusiasm drops for this show.
Listen.
Apparently, see if that's in the budget. Apparently, we got to do a lot of things and see what budget we have. But no, okay, I'll watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm interested in that. And by the way, I also wanted to say, because I know that it's been trending and I know that it just was released either last week or this week, I am not interested, nor will I believe you guys hear us discuss You.
No. No.
I attempted literally to get through just episode 1 of season 3.
Same.
And being to which what we just even read with Brian Landry and the Gabby Petito and what we saw with Maya and her killer, the idea of almost glamorizing obsession and stalker and the behaviors that are put into this to where we're almost rooting for a psychopath.
Yeah.
We're in a place right now where there are really men out here taking the lives of women because they're obsessed or because they're in love. And so maybe because that's so current, this just seems like all of this is wrong. And of course, again, hypocrite, I absolutely love Dexter. Dexter was an amazing show to me, but maybe just because we are more in this sensitive environment right now where this is all too close to home and real, I can't get into You. I'm sorry. I'm good.
No, and you know what other show I felt bad? I tried to watch too and I just couldn't get into it was Made. It was a show on Netflix about a young mother who was in an abusive relationship and left to save her, but pretty much just, start over and build a new life. I struggle with it. It was just not, I couldn't get into it. And maybe because I'm not a parent, I don't really have the same level of connection with.
Me neither. Fuck them kids.
With young women trying to figure it out.
Sorry.
Well, more so just because, I watched the first and second episode, and I know we say we're not going to slander white people, so I'm not going to make it about her being white. But I just thought to myself,
well, we said that moving forward. We could still slander them in this episode.
Well, it's not even slandering them. I just got frustrated with the fact that this young woman literally has 2 able-bodied parents that are alive and living in her town, and she's in an emotionally manipulative relationship that borders on physical abuse, doesn't quite get there. So she actually tries to minimize the abuse because it's not physical. In the first episode, you hear her say that it's not, well, what am I going to call the police and say that he didn't hit me? Almost to say that if he doesn't hit her, it's not real abuse. Which women do. Which a lot of women do in those situations, right? They minimize what's actually happening to them. But I just got really frustrated because I just thought to myself, like, I just can't. I get frustrated watching stories about young women who have options and have resources and don't necessarily know how to get out and make the most. But also because we've also witnessed and experienced women of color in these scenarios who don't have access to half the resources that this young girl on this show has access to, and she's just completely clueless. And that part of it was was a little bit annoying to me. So I couldn't get into it.
So y'all don't watch those two shows that we just said.
Yeah.
Everything else though.
Some people, I watched the responses on Twitter. A lot of people really enjoyed Made because they have children and they thought, being a mother is such a selfless role. And this girl has literally given up her whole life to be a mother and she just has no fucking clue what she's doing. And that's so hard to watch, right? It's just really, it's hard to watch. So yeah, the acting is great from episodes 1 and 2 that I saw, but it wasn't for me.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Guys.
Oh my God, we made it.
Guys.
What we doing? I do want to say real quick, let me also let y'all know what's going on. So you will still be able to catch See the Thing Is every Tuesday.
Yes.
Same feed wherever you listen to us audibly. However, if you guys enjoy watching us on video and you want to continue watching us on video, our videos will now be dropping on Wednesdays moving forward, and you will be able to catch them on Bridget Kelly's YouTube.
That's right.
So if you go on over and subscribe to Bridget Kelly's YouTube channel now, there will be a channel for all of the See the Thing Is full episodes as well as long form clips. And then, of course, we're not leaving Patreon. So if you guys are all caught up and also want to stay tuned to all of the bonus content that we are dropping on Patreon, make sure you subscribe to patreon.com/See the Thing Is pod. Keep up with us on our social media accounts because that's where we'll update you on all of the new changes and wonderful things. One moment, let me give you this aux. No, I'm super excited. By the way, we thought of all of the songs to play when we get out of here. And with all of my whiteness, they all said I could not play Vitamin C's Graduation. So as we go on, we remember all the times we... All right. Yeah, they literally said I couldn't. So look, I still had to get it in there. But I'm super excited for season 2 of See the Thing Is. I want to shout out everyone here at the JBN who has been super supportive in getting us to where we're going. This is why you had to grab the aux cord, because I don't even like Kanye.
This is old Kanye though. This is old Kanye. This is from Graduation.
I know, but damn, we just dogged that nigga with his little Michael Myers mask. Who you want to shout out to? Can I shout out to all of our friends with benefits who joined us? We want to shout out our friends with benefits. Season 1.
We want to shout out our team again because we love y'all so much.
And again.
Yeah, we want to shout out y'all that have rode with us. Even those of y'all who really hate us and are in the comments every week shitting on us. I just want to thank y'all for the engagement. Get rid of this podcast. Well, we're going to a new home, but we're not completely gone. And so that's why I wanted to play Homecoming, because at the end of the day, the one thing that Joe Budden always talks about is the importance of ownership.
That part.
And so we own our show, and we're going to continue to own our show and continue on the path that we've all set out to pave for ourselves and for other women and for other Black women and for other creatives and other producers and everybody else that wants to branch out and do their own thing. This is meant to encourage y'all to do that.
And we're definitely a step ahead. Like, being on this platform has been amazing. Our listenership, a lot of you major fans and supporters of the JBP, you guys came over with us, and we hope that you also continue joining us on our journey of independence. Oh, we should play all the women who independent. No, okay, never mind. All right, I done tried. When I tell you No one wants me to play the songs I pick, okay? God damn it.
Listen, what's so funny is nobody even told you not to play. And you didn't even tell anybody you wanted to play that until we got here. And Carl said, "You're not going to play Vitamin C's Graduation, are you?" and Carl literally was like, "You're not going to do that, right?" And Mandy was like, "I mean, that was the exact song." So that's why we had to dub it.
Well, we hope that you guys enjoyed this week's pod, and until next time.
And enjoyed season 1 of See the Thing Is.
See the Thing Is. We still coming at y'all, and we coming. See you next week, guys.